Et salut les blaireautins! Comment est-ce que ça va? Comment est-ce que vous allez? Est-ce qu'on a du son? Est-ce que ça marche? Je ne sais pas. Oui, c'est bon. On a du son. C'est merveilleux. Alors les gens, on se retrouve pour la suite de The Council. Alors oui, il y a peut-être un bruit bizarre derrière, ne vous affolez pas. Je suis juste en train de secouer mon yop. Et non, il n'y a pas de phrase douteuse derrière cette phrase. Je vais boire un yop. J'ai mangé assez tard, hein. Il se trouve que j'ai blablaté un peu trop longtemps avec la frangine et que j'ai pratiquement oublié de manger. Donc j'ai pas fini de manger, donc j'ai un yop. Alors, ce soir, on va finir l'épisode 2 de The Council. Parce que la semaine dernière, je sais pas si vous vous rappelez, vous n'êtes pas connecté. Quoi? Merci. Continuez, voilà. On était paumé dans un putain de jardin de merde, voilà. Et on trouvait pas le fameux de l'énigme. Donc, je suis allé un petit peu tricher. Et normalement... Alors, toi, récupère ton épée.
Theseus.
Alors oui, je suis allé tricher, hein, on se ment.
Let's try something else instead.
Voilà.
Minos. The crack is in the region of the heart.
Voilà, normalement c'est ça, hein. Sinon on est dans la merde. Voilà. Donc j'ai triché, je suis allé regarder la soluce parce qu'on avait bien trop tourné la dernière fois, hein. Et évidemment on est à la fin de l'épisode parce que sinon c'est pas drôle. Alors j'espère que c'était bien ça, sinon on aura l'air de con et on sera dans la merde. Et voilà. Et on va finir l'épisode 2. On était tellement à deux doigts de finir. Oh oui, merde. Hop là.
Ah! Wow.
Il nous manquait 5 secondes pour finir cet épisode 2. 5
Again?
putains de secondes. Si c'est pas la misère, les gens. Ah, cette dèche. Bon, ce soir, on essaie d'être meilleur, hein, et on essaie de finir l'épisode 3.
You can't be serious, Manuel. You know that's not going to happen.
You must leave me alone now. I have agreed to everything. Even to...
Agreed? I wasn't aware you had a choice.
What's going on here?
What now? What else must I do to win back my freedom?
Obey me. Now get out.
What was that? That's the third time in 3 days.
T'as des visions, mon gars. Faut arrêter la coke, hein. Allez, on va descendre. Je sais pas ce qui se passe une fois qu'on descend. C'est passé un truc en tout cas.
Let's see if you're in there, Mother.
Ah, moi, quand j'ai regardé la solution, je me suis arrêté là, donc je sais pas ce qu'on va trouver.
A fragment of amber.
Ouais. Bon, on peut pas remonter.
Bandages. Someone's been patching themselves up. Looks like my mother took advantage of being in hiding to change her bandages, huh? This is silk. She must have used her own clothes. These bandages are pretty basic. She'll be lucky if she doesn't get an infection. There are patches where the blood isn't totally clotted. That's a good sign, right? She changed them recently, which proves she's still looking after herself and still believes in her chances.
Salut
I'd
Mini
love to tell her
Clio,
to keep
comment
hanging in
va
there.
depuis tout à l'heure? Ça y est, on a trouvé comment passer notre passage de merde là. Il y a un truc là. Oh, oh, il y a un mec mort. Oups. Ok. Ah mince! Bon, tu me diras, du moment que tu le trouves sur internet, c'est déjà pas mal.
Damn it, Mother. Now what's happened?
Oh, j'aime pas ce genre de plan. On va prendre un coup sur le coin de la gueule.
Don't move!
Wait, I'm not armed.
Who are you?
Good God, Mother, what have you...
Tell me who you are!
Oups là. Ah. Bon, on a retrouvé maman. Et la fin de l'épisode 2. Enfin, je sais pas, peut-être. En tout cas, on a bien fini ce truc. Alors. Ah, on a des compétences acquises. Dis donc. Subterfuge. Un peu d'érudition. Ouais, je veux bien un peu d'érudition. Non, elle a pas bonne mine et elle a pas l'air de me reconnaître, ce qui est un peu plus inquiétant. Et voilà, comme j'ai dit, on a fini l'épisode 2, hein, ça nous a pris quoi 10 putains de minutes pour finir cet épisode 2 de mon cul, quoi. Ah. Donc là, ça va jusqu'au 10, donc on est moins nul, on fait l'épisode 3 aujourd'hui, hein. Allez.
The only thing I can tell you is that Sarah had indeed changed. In your opinion, why would your mother remain in hiding over several weeks?
You must leave me alone now. I have agreed to everything. Even to...
But you do realize your mother will have to accept the consequences of her acts.
I hope that your search will prove successful and bring Sarah back to us soon.
I'll be leaving now because whatever it is you're up to, I do not want to know.
Since then, we have become one and the same. We have officially erased the identity of my sister Emma. Emily Hillsborough, the woman with two faces.
Everyone seems to be a little unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
Ok, on va mettre dans la merde. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'on a? Plus un point en linguistique. L'art du serrurier, ça je veux. Dernière inscription des PN avec linguistique. Science, étiquette. Interrogation et ça, j'ai pas ce qu'il faut encore. Hop là. Allez. Bon. C'est des jumelles et j'ai bien l'impression, ouais. Ils se sont pas emmerdés les mecs, ils ont dédoublé le personnage. Elles ont pas froid. Ah ouais, mais grave. Moi, elle me donne froid. Hein.
Wait, I don't...
So you've come at last.
Easy. Let me turn around.
Je connais pas la voix de ta
Oh
propre
my
mère.
god, Mother, what has happened to you?
Who are you?
What? But, Mother,
Who are you?
it's me, Louis, your son.
No, you lie. You won't catch me out like that. Louis isn't here. He obeys his mother. He would never have come here.
Tu parles.
Mother, I don't know what you've been through, but lower your arm, please.
You think I was born yesterday, do you? But it won't work.
I'm begging you.
One day you will fall.
Mother!
Why are you here?
Oh putain. Putain, ça va être passable. Attendez. Et elle est où, maman? Maman. Et putain, je connais pas ses points faibles. Bon, on va jouer tranquillo.
I received a letter from Lord Mortimer inviting me
That's enough. You want to corrupt us all, one after the other. But
Putain.
you will never get me. You are evil incarnate. Every word that comes out of your mouth is sharper than a razor blade.
I don't wish you any harm.
Je suis mal
Really,
parti, là.
Mother? It's me, Louis.
Don't speak to me about him. You will never get him.
Mother, stop torturing yourself. It really is me, Louis. How can I convince you?
If you really are who you say you are, what was the saying I taught you?
You've been telling it to me since I was 3 years old, Mother. How could I ever forget it? Always keep your mind logical. And open.
You knew it. You are smart. You're getting me muddled up. Tell me, rather, whose place were we at when I told you I was coming here?
Mother, I really am your son. You can't trick me. We were in Paris. We were investigating an art dealer.
His name?
Ah putain. Merde. Merde. Comment il s'appelait le mec au début? Ah merde. Merde. Je me souviens plus. Y a pas eu d'infos. Putain. Merde. Attends, je vais regarder, je sais plus. Ah putain, c'est Von quelque chose, on est d'accord. Putain. Oh, Bolchette, Botcher. Oh, putain. Non mais, ah, doit y avoir un moyen de récupérer l'info quelque part, c'est pas possible. Ah putain. Alors, Von Bor.
I just told you can't trick me. His name was von Borchert.
My God, everything is lost then. I refuse to believe it's really you, Louis.
Maman!
Otherwise, all this would be for nothing.
Mother, I don't know what happened to you, but don't worry. Everything is going to be fine. I'm here for you and...
No! I ordered you not to come with me.
I received a letter and Lord Mortimer informed me of your disappearance. So I took the...
No! 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 It's not true. It's a nightmare. Don't tell me that. Have you spoken to him?
shit. She's completely panicked because I spoke to Mortimer. It seems she's afraid of what he might have said to me about her.
Did he speak to you?
Mother, I don't know what you're imagining, but don't worry. Everything will be all right. If you're worried about what I might think about Elizabeth Adams, honestly...
Oh, Louis! Elizabeth is the last of my worries right now. I did what I could for her, but it was too late. Very well. Logical and open, Louis. Since you arrived on the island, has anything strange happened to you?
Depends on what you mean by strange. Like me having visions, for example?
I knew it! It started! Oh,
Hell,
Louis,
she's
I just
panicking.
wish I...
Yes, it's happened to me. Like when I was a boy. I find myself in someone else's body for the space of a dream.
Have you ever dreamed of a different place to the one where you were sleeping, without being able to explain it?
No.
But Mother, don't worry.
On a été
I'm
nuls.
not losing my mind. Everything is fine. You used to give me a concoction to calm me down when I was little. So, just make some for me once we get back home.
Migraines? Loss of consciousness? Loss of control?
No, rest assured. All is well. I promise you.
What else?
Do you want to tell me about your relationship with Elizabeth Adams?
Louis, I don't know what you found out, but just know that I did everything I could to help her.
I'm sure you did, Mother. I'm not judging you.
You know, what she had to put up with was slowly gnawing away at her. Now shut up and listen to me. We might still have a chance.
Ah si, je m'en suis pas trop
Something
mal
of
tiré en
utmost
fait.
importance is going to play out right here.
What are you talking about?
A conference, Louis. I should think all Mortimer's guests have arrived by now, haven't they?
Yes, they have. Since this morning.
Perfect. The conference will be able to begin.
Indeed. It shouldn't be long and...
Let me finish. We haven't time. You will attend this conference, and you must find out what Mortimer is up to. Don't trust him, Louis. Understood? Louis, I made a mistake by coming here. We are in the lion's den.
What do you mean?
Mortimer, Holm, their guests. Watch what happens. Do you think it's normal that the representatives of the most powerful nations are here all on their own without anyone else? On an island in the middle of nowhere in total secrecy?
No, not really, but...
Louis! They shape the world. They manipulate us. Everything is decided here and now. They create and break states, provoke wars, destitute governments, or decide who will be their leaders. Open your eyes!
Mother, calm yourself, please.
Nothing is impossible for them. They are capable of reaching everyone, wherever they may be. Through high society banquets, they model the future of us all. And it isn't at all an issue for them.
And? What do you propose?
It's time to act, my son. You will go to this conference, and from the inside, you'll do everything you can to prevent Mortimer's plan from going ahead smoothly. We can talk later. I'll explain everything.
But why?
Do as I say, Louis. It's of the utmost importance. Beware of Mortimer. He won't let anything stand in his way.
You promised me that after...
Yes, after. Go now.
Yes, Mother, I'm going. One more thing, Mother. Emily Hillsborough, Emma's sister, came to this island looking for her sister. She probably won't hesitate to take revenge and...
It's the signal that the conference is starting, Louis. Don't be concerned about the Duchess. She's the last of our worries.
Putain, mais quel bordel. C'était éteigné. Oh, il y a un truc ici. Voilà, parfait. Alors, rejoignez le colloque. Sortir de cette merde. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ce putain de bordel encore? Sinon, maman, un ibuprofène, de l'arnica, des pansements, mais... Ouais, avec une petite tasse de thé. Je sais pas du tout où a lieu ce putain de colloque dans cette baraque de merde. Ok, on est revenu là. On peut s'asseoir. On sait jamais s'il y a des potions ou choses comme ça que j'ai pas récupérées la dernière fois.
Monsieur de Richet, you're the only one missing at the conference. Please join the guests. Monsieur de Richet, you're the only one missing at the conference. Please join the guests.
Bon, visiblement, c'est pas par là. Non. Non, je veux voir si je peux récupérer des potions ou des conneries comme ça.
The song of Roland. Roland feeleth his death is near. His brain is oozing by
Parce
their
que j'en ai
ear.
utilisé quand même
With his brain oozing,
quelques-unes.
it's already remarkable that he can
Au
feel
niveau de
anything.
l'énergie, je suis un peu loose. Qu'est-ce que ça va être ce bordel encore?
Golden elixir. I'll keep it for later.
Moi, je crois que je vais pas avoir le choix. Je vais être obligé d'aller par là. Il y a quand même un petit côté glauque dans tout ça.
I have suspected.
On va respecter les lieux déjà.
A fragment of amber.
Ça c'est bien.
A Greek drachma. One of the rare ancient coins to be mentioned, both in the
Un
Bible
petit coffret,
and
dis
in the
donc.
Quran.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of
Are
water.
you quite sure, sir? Is there not a little mistake somewhere?
Yes, because she asked him at last, and he could not help answering her, but she said he seemed quite angry at being spoken to.
On va pas jouer les apprentis sorciers avec le peu d'énergie qu'on a, hein. Parce que là, franchement...
Stand according to your representation. You must remember.
She's not acting by design.
Je vais en reprendre un et on va voir ce que ça donne.
Ah, Louis, I've been expecting you. Thank you for joining us. We are about to begin our conference. Let me explain what is at stake.
Thank you kindly. But what do you expect of me exactly? My mother's the one who's supposed to attend, not me.
That is indeed what was initially intended. Unfortunately, she still hasn't been found, and my guests can't stay here indefinitely. The conference must begin, and it would be truly beneficial to the Order to join in the project. Consequently, I would like you to replace her during her absence. What is at stake here is of the utmost importance.
It's important that the French Order gets their say. And should you need any advice, don't worry. You are not alone, Louis.
Very well. Can you give me a brief explanation of the aim of it all?
Of course, Louis, I was coming to that. The aim of these meetings is to bring together the most influential people in order to think together about the future.
But the future of who?
Of the world, Louis.
Our desire is to steer the destiny of our respective countries for the good of all, and to no longer suffer the random hazards of history.
Ok.
In concrete terms, how do you organize your discussions?
A conference is always organized the same way. There are two masters of ceremony who determine an important subject.
You and Sir Gregory, I presume.
Exactly. We shall be the masters of ceremony. It was our obligation to each bring to the table several guests in order to debate a subject. Once the debate is closed, a decision will be made by a vote of all the participants.
By a unanimous vote. If the project is not agreed on by all, then it will be rejected.
And neither of the two masters of ceremony have the right to vote.
It's up to the guests alone to decide, Louis. In other words, us.
Gregory and myself are merely the go-betweens. Finally, if the project is validated, each guest goes home and starts working to make it happen.
It can take years.
Ok.
How long have you been active?
Oh, this tradition has more or less always existed, Louis. It has continued from generation to generation.
Tu la sens la théorie du complot?
Can you give me an example of an event that was decided here before being implemented in the outside world?
Well, take the French Revolution. It was decided right here 2 years before its implementation in France.
Concerning the case of the French Revolution, I wasn't invited. But as far as the American Revolution is concerned, Louis, I can testify that we planned it 5 years before implementing it.
Théorie du complot!
Do you often hold this kind of society dinner?
In general, once a year, but in actual fact it tends to be events that dictate our gatherings. Louis, let me keep you a moment. I would like to let you in on a secret before we begin, because I'm going to need your assistance. You see, the project I'm going to present concerns the territory of Louisiana in North America. It's currently Spanish territory, and I'm going to make the proposition to the Assembly for it to become French. My idea is to increase the territory of the United States. The first stone of this vast project consists of getting Spain to cede Louisiana to France. Once it becomes French, France will hand it over to the United States, which will then allow them to double the size of their territory. And that's where you come in. France and the United States, hand in hand, two democracies illuminating the world.
Alors, qu'est-ce qu'il craint, lui, comme... Il est où, notre... Immunité à la science. Merde. Bon, on va essayer les interrogatoires, mais à mon avis, il va pas être
Why
bon.
spread it over 2 phases? Why not announce the overall project immediately?
Unfortunately, if Spain were to hear that the intention of all this is to allow the United States to grow, they would never sign.
Tu m'étonnes.
Manuel Godoy is perfectly aware of President Washington's appetite. If the United States took Louisiana, Godoy would know full well that he will have lost the entire North American continent. Things must take place in several stages. Otherwise, the change will be too brutal, and he will have no choice but to reject the project. Take a look at them. Apart from President Washington, they all belong to monarchies. Do you really think they won't resist? Of course they'll fight, fearful as they are of losing their precious privileges. But the world needs visionaries, like you, like your mother. It's a pity Sarah isn't here to see it. She only knew about a tiny part of the project. I hope I can count on you, Louis. It's time to start now. I must ask you to keep it to yourself for the time being. Take a seat, follow the discussions. We'll have an opportunity to catch up later, and you'll be able to let me know your thoughts.
Blast it, Mother. You didn't know about everything. His project is commendable. Why tell me to beware? Could you have gotten it wrong?
I can tell you that someone is an idiot.
My friends, I propose we get started.
Oh, je sens que ça va être la merde.
First of all, I would like to thank you for taking the time to come.
Le Jacques Perruque est complètement vautré dans son siège.
As per our custom, here we are all together to discuss the face of tomorrow's world. Even though there may be certain tensions between our nations, I must ask you to keep an open mind. As Sarah de Richet is unable to be among us, please welcome Louis de Richet, who will represent the Golden Order and will vote on its behalf when the time comes.
Welcome among us, Louis.
Welcome, Monsieur.
I hope he'll be more effective than his mother regarding the protection of the King of France. The Order has proved particularly inefficient.
Come, Manuel, you're not going to spoil our visit. The Order's mission was not to protect King Louis XVI, as far as I am aware.
We are talking about the King of Divine Blood, for goodness sake. It seemed obvious to me he needed protecting. If the Golden Order wants to pride itself on being an influential organization, it should have kept him alive.
I'm sorry about the fate of the King of France, Duke Manuel. However, I'm surprised at your remark. How can a man like me have changed the course of things where a man like you, powerful, capable of influencing international politics, was unable to do any better?
Perhaps we may begin, Lord Mortimer.
Certainly. I have a
Va
dream
falloir envahir la
that
France et
our
l'Espagne.
nations will continue to support each other, more now than ever before. A dream that, for the sake of common good, we will do what it takes to ensure stability in the modern world. I have a dream that we shall lead by example and ensure that the American territory may remain in peace.
Thank you for the thought, Lord Mortimer, but I don't see where you're leading.
Ah, mais
I'm
moi
coming
aussi, je
to
me
it,
caille en
Mr.
la voyant.
President. I need not remind you that North America is currently divided between the United States on the east coast and Spain, which occupies the remaining 2/3 of the continent. Well, I propose that Spain cede the center of the continent to France, namely all of Louisiana.
Louisiana? But, well, it is not for sale. Lord Mortimer, I sincerely hope I have not come all this way just to hear you ramble on about what Spain should and should not do. When we went to all the trouble of gaining the territory a few years ago, it was not just to lose it today. Have I made myself clear?
What did I tell you, William? You speak of union, and yet here you are, about to tear us apart.
Duke Manuel, I perfectly understand you. But rest assured, you will soon adore my proposition. You shall see.
Well, since you give me the choice, my good fellow, allow me to doubt it. However, I am impatient to hear what Spain could possibly gain from the sale of Louisiana.
I never spoke of a sale, my good fellow.
What? But I do not understand.
There is one more territory left to conquer, if I'm not mistaken, in the northwest. It is, of course, occupied by your notorious Indians, but...
We shall soon be rid of the savages, so that is not the question.
Duke, these savages, as you call them, were there before you. They are on their homeland.
As much as the black people of Africa, Monsieur de Richet. That does not stop your dear France from massacring them and sending them like cattle to Mr. Washington's cotton plantations to provide him with cheap labor. So you keep your morals to yourself, if you please.
Senor, I would not like to be associated with that. The subject of black slaves in the United States of America is a complex subject, which we shall resolve at a future date.
Quel fumier. Tu entends ça, Napoléon? Qu'est-ce que je fais? Je lui rentre dedans? Putain!
Senor Godoy, you must know that France will soon ban these barbaric practices.
Oh, do not get on your high horse, Monsieur Frenchman. The only reason why France has ceased trading in slaves is because of the commercial blockade that Great Britain has imposed against you. The instant the shipping lanes have been restored, France will again treat these people like cattle.
Come now, my friends. Let us not digress. Anyway, these primitive people have no souls.
Oh putain!
We bring the good word
Oh
to
putain,
them
mais j'ai tous les
to
butés!
save them. You'll see. Colonization brings with it many benefits too.
Excuse
En
me,
votre
if you
éminence, je vais
don't
vous
mind,
péter
Your
les
Eminence,
genoux.
I shall continue. Duke Manuel, I
Valladolid, je crois que c'est avec
believe
deux
that
L et
Spain
pas le
should cede
Y.
Louisiana to France, free of charge.
This is utterly grotesque, Lord Mortimer. What a strange example you set for your young protégé. Isn't that so, Monsieur de Richet? Do you understand anything of this proposition?
Putain, je sais pas quoi faire.
I must say, William, I find your project mostly disfavors me. I thought you were my friend.
And I am, Mr. President. That is why I'm doing everything in my power to calm your expansionist fervor. France, in Louisiana, should persuade you not to attempt anything to take the territory by force. Louisiana is a vast wetland where you would needlessly lose most of your troops. It would weaken you and offer certain nations the perfect opportunity to take back your famous United States. I am protecting you from yourself, George. Trust me.
I understand. But with friends like you, sir, I certainly don't need any more enemies. I hope you know what you're doing.
Not to put too fine a point on it, Lord Mortimer, but I doubt the Holy See would be in favor of Catholic Louisiana being handed over to secular revolutionaries and king killers.
I should think Monsieur de Richet has an opinion on this subject, does he
Oh
not?
putain. Putain, mais moi je voulais ça, la France pourrait se passer de la vie du pape. Putain, pourquoi je peux pas dire ça? Bon. On va dire ça.
Your Eminence, have no fear over that. I am sure France will do everything in its power to protect the Christians of Louisiana.
My young friend, how can you come out with such a remark after the discussion we had on the evening of your arrival? If France was so respectful of worship, it would not be bleeding priests as it is
Ah mais on
doing at
saignerait
this
pas vos
very
prêtres si les
moment
mecs
in time.
ils se mettaient de notre côté
Don't
aussi,
be
hein.
naive. This is politics. The Holy See must be concerned at seeing such a large territory
mais je vais leur péter
falling
les
into the
genoux.
hands of the French. Mi auguro che insegnerete l'educazione a questo giovanotto presuntuoso, Sir Gregory.
In any case,
Putain,
my
je parle pas
lord,
italien.
I doubt the English crown will agree.
Ich versichere Ihnen, Emily, nie Preußen wird
Putain, je parle pas allemand non plus.
Duchess, I am persuaded that we shall find a common ground.
That's enough, William. These are grave times. We don't care about the fate of Louisiana. That worthless expanse of putrid swamps interests no one but yourself.
Speak for yourself, my friend.
Hold on there, Mr. Royal Gigolo. Lower the volume and let Sir Gregory finish.
Le gigolo de service.
Home, Godoy, and now Volner? Mortimer's adversaries are ready to tear each other to pieces, and he takes a malicious pleasure in watching it happen.
How dare
Gentlemen, let us try to remain calm.
There you are, William. See where your projects have taken us, as per usual. Chaos! That's enough. I'm tired. We shall continue this discussion tomorrow, but please be aware that your project will never be ratified. Those who are opposed to this project, follow me. Are you coming with us, Monsieur de Richet?
Come, Gregory, I think Louis would rather stay. Wouldn't you, Louis?
Ah putain, qu'est-ce que je fais? C'est moi ou je... Non, non, putain. Qu'est-ce que je fais? Ah putain. Putain, qu'est-ce que je fais? Ah putain, je me sens épié les gens. Je me sens épié. Oh putain, j'ai l'impression qu'ils vont tous me bouffer là. Bah vous savez quoi? J'aime aucun des deux, mais je vais suivre le maman, ne pas écouter
At the
l'autre.
risk of displeasing you, my lord, I'd rather follow Sir Gregory. I don't think this is a place for the order.
Louis, no. Let him go, Mr. President. Everyone is free to choose.
Oh putain, qui... Là vraiment, je suis allé... Normalement, dans le sens de l'histoire, on va perdre la Louisiane, donc... Honnêtement, là, je suis allé dans quelque chose qui, normalement... Enfin... Ah putain, qu'est-ce qui va se passer?
How can he be so blind? If he keeps this up, he'll lead our countries to their destruction.
Don't worry, we shall counter him, Sir Gregory.
We have to act immediately.
Calm down, Gregory. We only have to vote against his project, and that's it.
They haven't got a chance. Just one vote will suffice.
True. There is no chance of a unanimous vote. And he knows it. He must be preparing something else. What is he plotting?
Il va tous vous buter, puis voilà, quoi. Je vais me taire.
Shortly find out, so let's take the lead.
What do you mean by that?
His plan begins with Louisiana, which is still yours, Duke Manuel. He will begin with you. Expect to receive an envoy, French most probably. He will try to convince you by every possible means. Whatever he says, whatever he promises, you have just one response. It's war. If war is what you want, war is what you'll get. And on your own territory, in your homes. Enough games. Spain will join the coalition against France and declare war. You too, Duchess Hillsborough. You will speak to the Queen so that Great Britain commits to going to war with France.
What do you expect from the Papal States, Sir Gregory?
What do you think? That they hold a mass? They will go to war, of course. What is it that you didn't understand in what I just told you? We all declare war on France. Militarily, politically, and financially.
And me, Sir Gregory? How can I help?
Louis, you have won my trust. The Order will have to act in France, but even before that, I'm going to need you. Right here and right now. Leave me now. I have to prepare for tomorrow. Let's meet early tomorrow morning for the next phase of the conference, which promises to be most exciting. Louis, I'd like to see you a moment, please.
Oh, c'est facile de demander la guerre, hein. Il suffit de décapiter un roi.
Today, I won't forget it. I'm going to need you. Help me counter Mortimer on his own ground. Right here. I'm sure he'll try and win some of you over. He needs our votes. Now, you leave that to me. In the meantime, I must ask you to go and see President Washington and persuade him to trust me and join us.
Do you really think that I'll be able to convince him?
I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but I have total faith in you. He likes you, and thus he won't see you coming. You must be careful, though. If he senses that you are trying to manipulate him, he'll dig in his heels. Louis, use every means at your disposal. If Washington drops Mortimer, his defeat will be complete. You should go right away. There's no time to lose. William already has a head start on us.
Very well. I'll go right away.
Bon.
I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later. I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
Ah d'accord, on est revenu dans le petit salon là. Ok, ok. On n'avait rien loupé dans ce petit salon. C'est là qu'on a eu Napoléon qui nous a fait un Fred Jackson des plus merveilleux.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
Would you happen to know where I could find Monsieur Washington?
Sorry, sir, I haven't the foggiest. Perhaps, sir, ought to try in President Washington's room?
Salut Catherine, comment ça va? Alors, t'es prête pour ton petit live tout à l'heure? J'espère que tu vas bien avancer sur ton projet steampunk. Bon, on va essayer d'aller choper Washington. Alors, nous, le but, d'aller choper Washington.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Alors, la piole de Washington, elle est pas loin. Ah, je voulais pas rentrer dans la chambre de Manu, mais... J'espère aussi. Ah putain, des fois je suis un peu envieuse parce que j'avoue que j'aimerais tellement passer à autre chose qu'à Chimère, mais parce que je suis pas encore rentrée dans sa chambre à celui-là. Donc
Manuel Godoy. A painting of himself in his room. Now that's not going to help him develop a sense of modesty.
Ouais, bah tu m'étonnes. T'as un tableau de toi-même dans ta chambre.
Mary Louise
Merveilleux.
of Parma. How ironic having a painting of the Queen of Spain in one's room, my Lord Duke. Hey, it looks like someone slipped something in the back here. It's a letter. Let's see what it says. It reeks of perfume, and it's written in Spanish.
Et moi, je sais pas lire l'espagnol.
You really are a little devil.
Putain, je peux pas lire cette putain de lettre! Putain, monsieur le duc, voici les informations obtenues par nos services de renseignement. Je vous confirme que monsieur travaille effectivement en accord avec la Grande-Bretagne. Le but semble d'affaiblir l'économie française, mais en sous-main également espagnole par la saisie de marchandises de mer. Nos comptoirs souffrent beaucoup de l'embargo sur les denrées françaises. Un tel traité signerait la ruine de nos colonies. Je ne doute pas que vous soyez rapidement Ok. Putain, je peux pas lire ce qu'il s'envoie comme mot doux avec la reine.
Punished for stealing fire from the gods and giving it Don Quixote. Talking without thinking is like shooting without taking aim. I'm gonna have to think about that one.
Putain, mais je suis tellement deg.
The Kiss of Judas, painted by Caravaggio. This is how Judas pointed out Christ to the Roman soldiers. Can you imagine a worse betrayal?
On va aller regarder sur sa terrasse s'il n'y a pas des trucs. Non, c'est des reflets. Ok, il n'y a rien sur sa terrasse. Ah, mais il y a deux parties de terrasse, dis donc. Et mais c'est ça, c'est ce qui me ramène peut-être dans ma piole en fait. Ouais, ça me ramène peut-être dans ma piole. On va finir d'aller fouiller chez Tartampion. Hein. Putain, j'ai pas l'option linguistique, je suis trop deg. Alors, y a rien d'intéressant dans ces bibliothèques.
Brutus and his companions taking an oath to kill Caesar.
Alors ce qui est bien, c'est que comme dans toutes les pièces, il y a les tableaux veulent dire des choses. Tartampion chez le chat. Ouais, c'est ça.
Charles IV of Spain. Now there's no chance of Godoy forgetting who he owes everything to.
Ah putain.
Maria Louisa of Parma. Although not Godoy's true love, the Queen is his benefactress according to some people.
Tu m'étonnes que le mec il soit vénère qu'on ait décapité notre Bourbon à nous. Il a peut-être peur qu'on décapite la sienne. Oh, bah Didine! Elle s'est ratée en montant sur mon chaise de bureau, dis donc. Bon. On n'a pas trouvé grand chose d'intéressant. Non, c'était le tableau.
Punished for stealing fire from the gods and giving it to man.
Ah, mais je suis tellement deg de pas lire l'espagnol. Mais c'est bon, on a compris, hein. Touch my tralala. Ça, c'est ma chambre, normalement. Normalement, si j'ai bien compté, si je suis pas trop nulle. Ouais, voilà. Est-ce qu'il n'y a pas des choses à récupérer que j'aurais oublié
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his golden elixir. Golden elixir.
Putain, mais non, moi je veux de la gelée royale. Voilà.
Dear Monsieur de Richet. Dear Monsieur de Richet.
Oui, bon, ça c'est des trucs... Bon, on va essayer d'aller voir George Washington et puis on va voir ce qui se passe. Hein. C'est la chambre de qui ça déjà?
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Putain, mais je peux pas aller dans la piole de son éminence, ça me fait chier. Là, il y a personne. Putain, ça y est, j'ai perdu la chambre de Washington, AIB. C'est celle-là.
President George Washington.
Voilà. Oh, à mon avis, ça va être compliqué. Pas de Fred Jackson pourri, bah... pour l'instant, Bonaparte n'a pas ouvert sa bouche, donc ça va. Bon, on va refaire un tour là, on va voir si on n'a rien oublié.
Locked.
Shit! I've broken it.
C'est con, hein?
Oh well. Never mind. Let's see what Washington has to hide, shall we? The president's personal reserve of laudanum, and judging by the quantity, he can't go without it. Ah, there's also a letter.
Président, je vous fais ma réponse au plus vite. Nous avons déjà parlé avant de votre départ mais je constate que ça ne s'améliore pas. Je vous presse de suivre mon conseil et de stopper votre prise de laudanum instantanément. Je recherche déjà un substitut pour mon gna. Votre grande consommation risque de vous nuire définitivement. Votre dépendance met en péril, gna. Je ne vois aucune solution si c'est d'arrêter. Je regrette, gna. Ok. Bon, par contre, comme j'ai défoncé la boîte, le mec va sûrement comprendre que quelqu'un est rentré dans sa chambre et a forcé ses affaires. Donc ça, par contre, c'est un peu relou.
My dear George.
Bon, ça, j'ai déjà dû le voir. Et je pense que voilà, si on a forcé les lieux...
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Ça n'empêche la G royale, j'en manque, hein. Bon. Donc, le Giorgio, il est pas là. Oh là, et là, il va nous choper pendant... Là, on est dans la merde.
What are you doing in my room?
Bah, je suis venu tout niquer, pourquoi? Coucou Rachel, comment ça va?
I won't beat around the bush. I came to persuade you not to follow Lord Mortimer on this one.
I appreciate your forthrightness, Louis. That will save us some time.
On va gagner on est dans la merde.
Here, can I get you something to drink?
No, no thank you,
Washington, ouais.
As you wish. Well, Louis, it's getting late,
t'es en
and
télétravail
this is
demain,
not my
cool.
first conference, so let's get straight to the point. You are here to motivate me to change sides.
I have decided not to follow Mortimer.
I noticed. Every man must make his own choice. What can we say? That's the political game. And you did not commit to supporting Mortimer, so there's nothing for you to feel bad about. So, what can I do for you?
Alors attendez, les qualités de George Washington. Putain, je les connais pas. Putain.
Mr. President, I don't believe it is necessary for me to motivate you at all. It's simply in your best interest. I was there at the conference, remember? Now, to put it bluntly, Mortimer announced a project that offers absolutely no interest for you. You said so yourself.
My young friend, I must admit that Lord Mortimer did somewhat surprise me earlier. Anyway, you haven't really said what you wanted to say. Tell me, Louis, what have you come here to sell me?
You should join home.
And why would I do that?
Oh, pop, pop, pop. Vous m'en devez une. Vu comment on a foiré avec la Miss Adams, ça me paraît compliqué. Le faire chanter sur le laudanum, je pense que c'est pas le bon plan. Oh, on va jouer la carte maman.
She helped you in your early days. She supported you when you needed it. I'm certain she'd be against this plan.
Do you know who introduced me to Sarah all those years ago? Lord Mortimer. Do you know who advised Sarah to start up a chapter of the Golden Order with me in the United States?
Lord Mortimer?
You see my point, then? I have a lot of respect for your mother, Louis, but my allegiance is to Lord Mortimer. Tell me what Sir Gregory has to offer that I don't already have with Lord Mortimer.
On va essayer de jouer la branche patriote, mais j'ai peur, hein.
You are a man of conviction, Mr. President. You would never make a choice that could cost the American people very dearly. If Mortimer falls, he will bring the United States down with him. Haven't the American people suffered enough?
I would never do anything that would put my people in danger.
Exactly. Therefore, choose your allies wisely, sir.
I must admit, your arguments do make sense, Louis. Louis, you convinced me. I congratulate you for your performance.
Woohoo!
Because I didn't think it could happen.
I merely exposed the facts to you.
Don't spoil everything with your false modesty now. You really were very good, and that's that. In any case, I shall follow you on this one. This may well arouse Lord Mortimer's wrath, but I must put the United States before anything else. Have we finished, Louis?
Absolutely, Mr. President. I shan't keep you any longer. Allow me to take my leave.
Good night, Louis. Get some rest. Tomorrow will be a very big day.
Well, that's one thing out of the way. The only thing left to do is wait for the conference to resume tomorrow morning.
Ah, par contre, je suis HS au niveau de l'énergie. J'espère que je vais pouvoir me coucher. Ah, je suis déçue d'avoir raté la carte maman. Putain! Putain, mais lui, je veux rentrer dans sa chambre à cette espèce de rat de cardinal! Ah, cette espèce d'enfoiré, il a quand même dit que les Indiens avaient pas d'âme, je lui pétais les genoux!
Good
oh putain, non
evening,
pas elle.
Monsieur le Français.
Duchess, you're here. What a charming surprise. I'm beginning to think you can't be without me.
You have managed to penetrate my armor, sir. Am I disturbing you, perhaps?
Allez, on va draguer, hein? On va draguer.
That's not what I said.
Ah, by the way, congratulations on choosing Sir Gregory this evening. You surprised me. I wasn't expecting it.
Why, Emily? Can't you read me like an open book?
Not as well as you read me, it would seem.
I'll teach you if you'd like.
There's nothing I'd like more.
Tell me,
Eva Green est
are
moins,
these visits to Mortimer's
moins
always
moche,
so
hein, quand même.
intense?
Yes and no. My sister doesn't normally disappear like she has. Any news of your mother?
Tu mens. Ne pas lui parler
Still
de ta
nothing.
mère.
And you? Any news of your sister?
No, but knowing her, I'm persuaded she's on someone's trail. You'll see. She'll surprise us all.
If only you knew, Emily. You're right. We must remain positive. I'm sure it won't be long before she turns up.
My thoughts too. She is Duchess Hillsborough after all.
And as such, she is capable of anything.
I am sure that you'll appreciate her. You'll see.
No doubt about that.
And it might turn out that you prefer her to me. Who knows?
Indeed.
Ah, je suis pas
Who knows?
délicat.
You like to play with fire, Louis.
Tout à fait.
Can we change subject, please? I didn't come here to go through all that again.
Of course, it's late. You're right.
Touch my tralala. C'est bien le moment. Putain, les mecs sont tous les mêmes,
Come,
hein.
Louis.
Bon, en même temps, c'est pas comme si j'étais allé vers ça, hein. Du coup, je vais pas me Je vais pas m'opposer, j'ai pas récupéré mon énergie. Et putain, vision.
My friends, do not worry. I assure you that Lord Mortimer's plan will never see the light of day. I shall deal with informing our allies, but for the time being, I need you to make a stand.
What do you think about Monsieur de Richet?
I don't know yet. I feel there's great potential in him.
He looks like he can be trusted.
Why isn't he with us? He was opposed to Mortimer.
I'll wait and see. I'm still not sure of his position.
And Duchess Hillsborough. Why isn't she here?
She's busy. Don't worry about her.
Oh, isn't it time to replace her?
Not so fast, sir. She is an important figure. You ought to have a little more faith in her.
What are we going to do about Washington?
He will be a hard nut to crack. On our chessboard, he is Mortimer's king.
Don't worry. Mr. President only
Ma
wants
pauvre,
one thing.
ma pauvre Rachel, t'as pas de chance avec ton chat.
America united.
Faut lui trouver un
He won't
jardin.
jeopardize everything he has achieved on a whim.
He has been serving Mortimer for quite some time. It won't be easy to bring him around. I have asked Monsieur de Richet to approach him. Let us have faith in him. I sense that Mr. Peru is about to surprise us too.
Yet he is Mortimer's strong arm in France.
He knows his time has come, and I believe he is intelligent enough to realize it means he is no longer any use to Mortimer. Do you feel all right, Mr. Godoy? You haven't said a word.
Please excuse me, gentlemen. I feel tired.
Oh, I see. I think it is high time you left us then. Now!
Oh, il y a des trucs un peu relous quand même. Il y a des trucs relous. Ok Rachel, gros bisous à Kat, même si je sais qu'elle est peut-être encore là ou qu'elle est déjà passée. Et à demain. Salut Rachel, prends soin de toi. Oh putain, qu'est-ce que c'est qu'encore ce merdier? Est-ce que Godot il m'a senti? En entendant Godot, pardon. Il m'a senti le mec. Putain mec, t'as 50 000 cousins,
Emily?
pourquoi tu dors au matelas? Bah oui, en
Emily?
même temps je me suis tapé la main, je me suis pas reposée. Non, pas Beckett. J'ai pas lu. Putain, j'ai plus d'énergie, j'ai plus rien, je suis vide.
Sir, the conference is about to begin. You are expected in the conference room.
Tell them I'm coming. Thank you.
Come on, Louis. The game is back on.
Ah là là, putain, quel bordel ce jeu.
My friends, the conference is about to begin. Please excuse me if I troubled you last night with my project. I understand that you might well have a few questions to ask. As you know, the final vote will be cast in a few days. This morning's aim is to answer your questions and check the temperature of your respective positions so that we may reach a greater understanding.
As always, Lord Mortimer.
We parted in perfect disagreement, my lord. Where would you like us to take it from?
Come, sir. Please let William believe he still has a chance of winning us over. Otherwise, his imprecations will lack panache, and we shall be bored stiff. Oh, let me reassure you, I am convinced that a good night's sleep has brought sound advice, and that this morning will be even more interesting. Therefore, I would like to go around the table in order to hear everyone's first impressions. Well, I am still firmly against it, even though my choice won't count.
Against. Against.
Against.
And you, Luke Manuel?
Against, of course.
Well, as for me, I am for Lord
Évidemment,
Mortimer's
t'es
project,
pour toi, petit con.
despite Duchess Hillsborough's overwhelmingly convincing nocturnal attentions.
What? So Emily was playing at trying to win over guests last night?
It was nothing more than a friendly little chat, of course.
How could it be otherwise? And by the way, remember me to your husband when you see him.
Mais quel
New President
enculé.
Washington, what is your position?
Well, you see, Monsieur Bonaparte, I would rather you'd have forgotten me for a minute. William, I am sorry, but I cannot follow you this time.
George? What?
I am against William. Please excuse me. I cannot commit the United States to such an enterprise. It's just too risky.
Well, that leaves just yourself and Monsieur Peru, Louis.
You're all making me sick. Look at yourselves.
What?
You are pathetic! Have you been drinking or what? There you are, quibbling away. My Lord Duke this, and Madame Duchess that. You know very well that we're nothing but puppets on a damn string.
Jacques, really?
Let's end the charade. It's over.
Jacques.
My lord, thank you for everything you've done for me over the years. But it didn't come for free. And now I see the price is too high to pay. I'll stop.
Come, Jacques, we'll talk it over.
No, I'm finished. I want my freedom back, my lord. I
No,
shall no longer work
no.
for you.
Wait!
De Richet, you just
Oh
can't
putain,
help it, can you?
qu'est-ce que je veux lui sauver les miches à celui-là? Putain, lui en plus je crois qu'il est bon, Perru. Il aime pas vulnérable. Je peux l'avoir à la psychologie. On va essayer de l'avoir à la psychologie.
Monsieur, I know I don't really know you, but you seem like a decent person.
I have done so many horrible things.
You
Non,
blame
non, non,
yourself.
non, il y
I
a un
can
truc qui
see
colle
that.
là.
Everything's not lost.
I don't want to do bad things anymore.
You can take control of yourself again. You can fix whatever it is you've done.
Do you really believe that?
Of course, Jacques. You'll have all the time you need.
Oh putain. Oui, si on en a avec les... Je vais essayer ça. Je suis pas sûr, mais...
The Golden Order can look after you, for example.
My boy.
Ah
You just don't
putain.
understand.
Putain. Bon, c'est un connard, mais quand même. Putain. J'ai convaincu genre, j'ai couché avec Lady machin. J'ai pas pu sauver Jacques Perrou, ouais, juste ça. J'aurais pu découvrir le secret de Jacques Perrou, j'aurais pu suivre Lord Mortimer. Ah putain. Alors. Allez, je me mets un peu de crochetage parce que j'aime bien ça. Ah putain, mais quelle galère! Enjeu dangereux. Ah là là! Ah là 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 là! Il y a un truc que j'ai loupé avec Perru, hein. Alors ok, c'était une brutasse de merde, qu'on le rencontre, il essaie de tabasser une meuf, mais quand même. T'as l'impression que le mec il était hargneux, puis tout d'un coup il se fout une balle dans la tête. C'est quand même bizarre.
I don't understand. I spoke to him only recently.
Monsieur Perrault has lost his mind. It's obvious.
Yet another way for the French to make a spectacle of themselves. Well, once again, it has worked.
My friends, let us settle down, please. We are all in shock, of course.
Bah sans blague.
Let us praise Louis's gesture anyway. You did what you could.
Yes, it was very noble of you, Louis.
It wasn't your fault.
There was nothing else you could have done.
I think
De toute façon, il avait décidé de se mettre une balle dans la tête, hein, donc...
Can you stay a moment?
Of course.
Ah putain, mais quel bordel. Alors, j'ai des points de linguistique. Peut-être avec un peu de chance, je parlerai espagnol. Hop. C'est quoi ça? Compétence, agilité. En diversion. On va faire ça. Ah, j'ai récupéré un peu d'énergie, c'est pas mal.
Louis, I wanted to talk to you a moment about what has happened. All this is tragic, but I wanted to thank you for doing what you could.
I wasn't able to save him.
You couldn't, Louis. You mustn't blame yourself. It is not your fault.
Of course, but I thought I could help him.
I guess it was too late. Don't torture yourself. Look what you've done. I admire what you did. Who else among all these great luminaries of the modern world even raised a finger? No one. You were the only one who tried to do anything. What a waste.
What are your plans now?
What do you mean?
For the conference. After the disappearances of both Elizabeth Adams and my mother, and now the death of Mr. Perlu, I should imagine that your guests are all packing their bags.
This might come as a bit of a shock to you, perhaps because it was so difficult to bring all these figures together. But I'm convinced that none of them is preparing to leave.
Are you serious?
They are all very experienced politicians, and though they are, of course, affected by the situation, they know full well that such an opportunity will not come again for a long, long time, if ever. They each represent their nation, and know full well that what is at stake here is far greater than the death of poor Monsieur Perru. You'll see. I am confident that they will all be ready to resume the conference.
If you say so. Allow me to take my leave, please.
Of course. You ought to get some rest.
N'empêche,
Louis, one more thing, please. What a pity you didn't support me during the conference. I hope I can count on you on the day of the vote. This major project needs men like you, Louis.
No.
I'm flattered, my lord, but I don't know what could possibly make me change my mind.
Please, don't refuse me my last hope.
Don't mix hope with illusion, my lord.
And you, illusion with strategy, my friend.
You win. I'll let you have the last word. I'll see you later, my lord.
Bon. Bon. Retourner dans ma chambre. Moi, je peux pas plutôt aller inspecter la chambre de Jacques Perru? Je dis ça, je dis rien. Alors, on n'avait pas un coffret à ouvrir par là? Ah si, il y a un coffret à la con, mais on n'a toujours pas le code pour ouvrir, pour en ouvrir.
Which four-letter word could open this chest?
J'ai toujours pas l'indice. Moi, j'irais bien grailler dans la chambre du père Perru quand même.
I already mentioned it yesterday. Either to you or to someone else. Impossible to tell with you.
Yes, sir.
Your guess is not sufficient. Tell the others, for crying out loud. Remember to close my window once you've done my room. This isn't Corsica, you know. I'm freezing.
Of course, sir. I'll see to it straight away.
Good. Proceed.
Yes, sir.
Eh bien, mon petit Bonaparte, est-ce qu'on va avoir du French accent de la mort?
Monsieur Bonaparte.
Sorry, de Richie. I have no time for traitors such as yourself.
I beg your pardon?
If you are here, it's because Lord Mortimer agreed to include you. And what's the first thing that you do? You betray him by following Sir Gregory and bending over backwards to turn Washington against him.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was free to vote as I pleased. I didn't realize I had to vote for Lord Mortimer in order to show my gratitude toward him. Hey, he invited me here to come and look for my missing mother during his high society party. I'm sorry, truly sorry. I don't know all your customs yet.
It's just common decency that when invited to a man's castle, you don't go and to pee on his boots. Is it too much to ask?
I guess it is.
Comment on s'est engueulé avec Bonaparte? Oh, j'ai pas oublié des choses par là, sait-on jamais. Mais moi, j'irais bien dans la chambre de Jacques Perru si je passe devant. Et putain!
Jacques Perru?
Je veux rentrer dans sa piole!
I am sorry, sir, but you are unable to access Monsieur Peru's room while we gather his personal effects.
La race. Bon, ça c'est la chambre de Nabo. N'empêche, Bonaparte a crié que la fenêtre était ouverte et qu'il se pelait les miches. Je trouve ça quand même un peu chelou.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Il y a des trucs qui sont bizarres parce que Perru, c'était chez Godot ça.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Ah ouais, bah attendez, maintenant que j'ai un peu de connaissances en linguistique, est-ce que je peux lire sa putain de lettre?
Monsieur de Richet, I have no time. I was about to join Sir Gregory. Come back later.
I wanted to talk to you a
I am
moment
expected. I'm sorry. We shall talk later.
Merde! 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 Enfoiré! Bon bah tant pis, je vais dans ma chambre. Je vais bouder. C'est bien ça ma chambre? Ouais. Je vais bouder.
Next time,
I'll listen to my mother. Not a day has gone by without something happening to me. What now?
Louis, open up, please.
Coming, Mr. President, I'm coming.
Louis. Ah, there you are at last.
Yes,
I just saw your mother. She was accompanied by Emily, and they both went into the Duchess's room. I tried to join them, but I was refused entry. Louis, this does not bode well.
Oh, shit. Emily might want to avenge her sister. I must act quickly.
You're right, Mr. President. Thank you.
Putain, mais quel bordel. Pour aller chez maman, c'est chez la fille, c'est par là. Putain, mais quelle merde.
I do believe that's Emily's voice. I can't understand what she's saying. I can't open it. It must be blocked on the other side. I'll have to find another way in, quick.
Peut-être que... Peut-être en passant par la piole de Bonaparte, mais Bonaparte il risque de me péter une lurite si je rentre chez lui. Il a pas l'air d'être là. Et ça se trouve, je vais le trouver comme un connard en train d'espionner.
I have to get inside Emily's room through the... Shit! It's locked. No way. It's too sturdy.
Bon, allez. Putain, j'étais sûre qu'il allait bloquer sa fenêtre, l'autre enfoiré, là. Putain, mais quel enfer, ce d'un Bonaparte.
It's as if there are several people inside.
What are you on about now? I should never have told you what happened to me.
A letter from William Pitt the Younger, addressed to Emily. A letter from William Pitt the Elder, addressed to Emily. He was the English Prime Minister. This letter dates from 15 years ago now. Madam.
Hola.
What on earth is... You... Mother?
How dare you do this to me? You can talk. After everything I've done for
Oh
you.
putain, quelle
you are
merde.
joking, I hope, right? I gave you my life. That's enough, Emma. Now that Louis is here, you will leave Sarah alone. Cease your revenge immediately. What? If you think you're going to... Louis, help me, I beg you. I can no longer reason with her. I am Emily. Quit playing games. What? Honestly, don't be ridiculous. No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart. After everything we've been through together.
Yes, well...
Don't you dare bring him into this. This is between you and me. I ask for nothing more, so stop taking it out on Sarah. You prissy little bitch! How dare you! Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? You are joking, I hope. I'm the one who told you everything that's been going on while you were away. Go on then. That's what you want, isn't it? You want to kill me. Go on then, shoot! After all the trouble I've gone through to find you. Go on. What are you waiting for? Here, Louis, take this.
Wait, what's going...
An entire life for this. Go on, shoot. Sorry, Louis, I can't shoot her. She's my sister. That's enough, Emma. Louis, out of the way. She's dangerous. Don't trust her. What are you trying to do? Louis, out of the way.
Oh putain, mais quel enfer.
Emma. Come on, Louis, tell her who the real Emily is.
Wait,
That's
Mais j'en
right,
sais rien,
Louis.
moi.
I'm fed up with this little game. Tell him who the real Emily is.
Why do these things always happen to me?
Well,
Oui, pourquoi?
Louis, come on, you know how to tell us apart, right?
Yes, but I'd like to ask you a few questions to make sure there's no doubt.
Rational and open, Louis. Let's see. How can I tell them apart? Wait, I've got an idea.
On the night of our arrival, you gave me something. I wasn't feeling very well, and you gave me something. What was it?
My handkerchief. And you even kept it. It was stained with your blood. Louis, I already told her. This is all a waste of time. I'm the one who told you.
Right. Let's find something else. Ah, yes. Let's speak about my arrival at the manor.
On the night of our arrival, we were warming ourselves in front of the fire. Mortimer welcomed us in a certain way. What happened exactly?
Well played, Louis. Unfortunately, I'm not the one you should have asked that question to. Mortimer did not welcome us. It was Sir Gregory who welcomed us that night. Mortimer didn't show up until 2 days later. I know that as well.
Very well.
Let's try something else.
On the first night, we went up to bed, but I wasn't tired. I went for a little stroll. Do you remember if we saw each other that night or not?
Not at all. Don't think you're going to get away with this deception so easily. I can assure you, you're going to regret pretending to be me once Louis has exposed you.
Right. I don't think I'll get very far like this. I'll have to find something better.
Oh, I don't think I'll even wait until he's finished.
Take it easy now.
Are you mad, Louis?
Lower your arm.
I better act quickly if I don't want things to get out of hand.
Come on, she's putting one over on you. Look at yourself, for crying out loud. You were prepared to shoot me down.
In the secret room behind the study. Talk to them about what you've been doing. Maybe they haven't spoken about it between each other yet.
On the night of the disappearance of Elizabeth Adams.
What about it? What do you want to know about that night?
We found ourselves in Mortimer's secret gallery. What did we find in that room?
A load of old junk that Mortimer had collected. A so-called Pandora's box in the form of an urn. An old sheepskin that he must take for the Golden Fleece. The Bible of Judas. Property deeds as old as the hills. And a broken old sword. You are wasting your time, Louis. She already knows all that. Of course I do. I was there. That's enough! I've had enough of this charade. Louis, there's only one way to tell us apart. There's just one thing I didn't tell her about in detail. Too bad for you, Emma. I didn't want it to come to this, but you leave me no
Putain, mais
choice.
qu'est-ce qu'il faut que je fasse? Au secours, aidez-moi!
About you and I. You just lost, Emma. I indeed didn't tell you everything about it. Come, Louis. Speak about our intimacy.
Very well, let's talk about us. Last night, when you came to my room, what exactly did you expect from me?
exactly what happened. I was hoping you would share your bed with me. What?
Which I did.
And it was delicious, sir. What do you mean, it was delicious? You little slut. What did you do? Believe it or not, Louis, out of fear of her jealousy, I didn't tell Emma that we spent last night together. I hate you!
That's enough, both of you. Now I know who the real Emily is.
Oh putain, mais j'en sais rien! Je peux pas dire que la vraie Emily c'est celle avec qui j'ai couché, ça se trouve c'était avec Emma que j'ai couché, j'en sais rien. Mais j'en sais rien moi. Bon on va dire que c'est celle de devant hein, et puis tant pis.
It's you, Emily.
No, Louis, she is manipulating you.
No, Emma, it's her, I know it. Despite all the trouble you've gone to put one over on me, I know it is her.
That's enough now, Emma. You little slut! Don't think you are going to get away with this so easily. You are going to stop your little game right now. Never! I am Duchess Hills. No!
Emily?
I am the Duchess.
But...
You don't! Dear God, what have I done? See what
Putain, mais
you've
quel bordel!
done! See?
Louis?
Mother!
What on earth is...
Go away! You must go. Everyone is going to arrive.
Louis, what's going on?
Duchess? Is everything all right?
Come on, Louis. There's nothing more you can do.
But I...
Leave us.
Emily, what's going on?
Mother, go to the crypt. I'll meet you there.
I'll be waiting for you.
Emily.
Mais quel bordel ce jeu!
I am coming in.
It was bound to end like this, Louis. Let me stay with her. Please. Go. I'll cover you.
Quel enfer. Alors par contre, est-ce qu'il y a moyen de se tirer sans repasser par la chambre de Bonaparte? Je peux pas descendre? Non, on va essayer de... On va retrouver. Si on tombe sur d'un Bonaparte, ça va être merveilleux.
My dearest son.
D'ailleurs, pendant que je suis là, il n'y a pas moyen d'avoir des potions ou des choses qu'on n'aurait pas. Puis la dernière fois, non, on dirait pas. Et on se casse. Mais quel bordel! Bon, ça fait 3 morts quand même depuis qu'on est arrivé, hein? La petite Adams, Pérou, puis là maintenant une des jumelles. On sait pas laquelle, mais c'est pas grave.
Good God! They're all... They must have heard the gunshot.
Where is Lord Mortimer?
Can anyone hear anything through the door?
Y a pas moyen de passer par un autre endroit, genre un autre escalier. Éviter de leur passer devant. Voilà. Puis Bonaparte, tu t'abuses, tu peux enfoncer la porte, hein. Il y a un truc qui brille là ou non, c'est juste les reflets. On va essayer de retourner à la crypte voir maman. Quel bordel ce jeu, quel bordel. Ah, puis quand on voit toutes les possibilités à côté desquelles on passe, ça me rend dingue. Ça me rend dingue. Il n'y avait pas un coffret par là-bas? Si, là.
The lock is surrounded by a triple circle.
Pas la clé.
Circe.
Amber crystals.
Ouais, c'est bien un cristaux d'ambre, mais si j'ai pas d'énergie qui va avec, ça sert à rien, hein. Je pense que je suis en train de me perdre.
Great. Honey.
Ah! Un peu de gelée royale, ça c'est bien. On va pas la prendre tout de suite, mais c'est bien, on en a récup. Voilà, donc ok, là c'est bon. Voilà, on va sortir et on va redescendre dans la crypte. Il n'y avait pas des trucs qu'on n'avait pas récupérés par là?
Golden elixir.
C'est pas ce que j'aurais voulu, mais bon. Merde, je me perds dans le labyrinthe. Il a bougé le truc depuis tout à l'heure ou c'est moi qui fume? C'est moi qui ai dû fumer. Putain, mais je me demande à quel petit jeu ça joue vraiment dans cet enfer, hein. Il n'y avait pas un truc qui traînait là, si.
A ruble.
Ma mère est là.
Louis! At last, there you are.
Mother, wait,
Come, we have to be quick.
No, wait, Mother,
Time is running out, Louis. First, we must...
No! That's enough. I won't go a step further unless you explain to me what is going on here. I'm begging you. Talk to me.
You must trust me, my son. You are not ready yet.
You're the one who should trust me. Tell me what's happening.
You would never believe me.
I came all the way here for you. Now I've found you. I'm ready, Mother.
If only... Louis, I have always taught you to keep your mind open and logical. I know you are going to find it hard to believe, but what I am going to reveal to you is entirely true. Many years ago, I found out that demons really do live among us.
I beg your pardon?
And that they can influence our thoughts.
Mother, listen to yourself. I know you're exhausted, but for crying out loud, listen to what you're saying. Demons? What next? An ancient monster with a head like an octopus? What do your demons look like? Have they got horns and a pointed tail?
No, these are not creatures with billy goat's legs. Forget your Christian folklore. Imagine them more as parasitic spirits. They possess their hosts and direct them from inside.
Parasitic spirits?
Yes, they are capable of going from one body to another as they see fit. And 2 of them are present on this island.
Right, so let me guess.
Mortimer et
Lord
Holmes.
Mortimer and Sir Gregory, right?
You felt it too?
No, even if Home does look the part. But I don't know who else could do it, given that we're on their territory.
Many years ago, well before you were born, I crossed paths with one of them. Since then, I've spent my life trying to find it again. When we recovered the Alizif, I was persuaded that von Burchard was working for this demon in one way or another. But I thought he would hand the book to a middleman during this conference. That's where I made an error that could well turn out to be fatal. The one who Burchard was meant to give the book to was none other than the demon in person, Mortimer. Not to mention that Holm had sent Volner to get it for him.
Holm and Mortimer are demons?
They both seem to disagree about many things, but I'll admit I never knew exactly why. There are many of them, Louis, not just those two.
Mother, have you any proof to support any of this?
Of course, but you do too. You had everything laid out in front of you. Didn't you notice anything?
Moi j'aurais tendance à la croire la mère, hein, parce que les trucs pas louches, pas nets... Les actes de propriété.
Well, those property deeds across the world, all signed by the same hand and over several centuries.
I am proud of you, Louis.
I found your notes, written in lemon juice.
Where all eyes size you up. At one stage, I was so afraid of losing my mind that I noted everything down. Congratulations, Louis. Wait, please tell me you didn't open Pandora's box.
The urn? No, I didn't. Why?
Good. We'll deal with it later.
I went beyond the Nightmare Mother.
You understood the Masonic date.
1191.
Of course! It was during that siege that the demon took possession of Sir Mortimer. They spent a whole night in conversation until the early hours of the morning. Mortimer had passed the test. He had charmed the demon, and so it chose him to be its host for centuries to come. But tell me, did you find his secret study?
I did indeed.
Did you see his maps of the world?
He has contacts the world over.
Yes, I've been developing the Golden Order across the world for many years, and I've never seen anyone with such influence. It's simply inhuman.
C'est tout, je crois.
Louis, I am proud of you. You came all this way. You found me. You have surpassed me.
You taught me everything I know.
Elle a un petit côté McGonagall,
Right.
la vieille, quand
How
même.
did it all begin?
I saw him.
What do you mean you saw him?
I was 20 years old. I was young and carefree. I traveled the world in search of adventure. In the Persian Gulf, we came across an ancient grimoire that became unlocked. Composed of 7 parts, each one was a book in itself, set in a sort of metal armor that structured the whole thing. When all the volumes were brought together, they formed a single book. On my return to Paris, I set to studying these pages. I spent all my days and nights studying them.
Oh, I can imagine you doing that.
But the writing was in a language I had never seen before, developed well before Sumerian, in my opinion. So I got the idea to form a small occult circle composed of all the major names in the occult world to see if anyone else could crack it.
And you found no one.
And I found someone, Louis. I found him, or rather he found me. He was young, charismatic, he was flamboyant.
Putain, lequel des trois? Mortimer?
You mean Mortimer?
He was a veritable mine of knowledge. I showed him the book, and he was able to decipher a few passages. We spent several months together studying the pages.
He was already old in those days, wasn't he? So you recognized him when you arrived on the island, right?
No, he wasn't in that body. But I know it was him. I swear it was him. The way he spoke, his posture, a few of his intonations, his mannerisms.
Wait a minute. You were talking about 60 years ago. I've lost the thread.
Yes, sorry. He helped me understand certain passages until I realized that he only translated a few parts for me. But I had aroused his interest. It was too late.
How so?
I mean to say he manipulated me. He used me, and in the end, he stole the book with all its secrets.
Did he ever go to your place?
Not once. At least I don't think so. But before disappearing, he proposed a pact between us. He proposed that I follow him and let him teach me, allow him to bring me up.
Merde,
And you
elle a cédé.
accepted.
Please don't be stupid. You don't make deals with the devil. After that, I spent my whole life looking for him. 3 years later in Berlin, I just missed him. In London, I lost 6 members of the order in a chase. In 1741, in Tunisia, I found a sect of fanatics who had crossed paths with him once. 1741, in Poland. 1749, in India.
8 years ago in Venice.
We agreed never to speak about what happened in Venice, Louis.
You agreed, and that was before you spoke to me about demons. Wait, the baby we delivered, you and me, that night in Venice, did he have anything to do with Lord Mortimer?
The child was his son.
We stole his son? Are you insane? I always thought we took him to save him.
That was the case. It was precisely to save him from his father.
Need I remind you the mother died during childbirth? What became of the child?
Later. For the moment, that is not the key issue here. Once we found the Al-Azif in Paris, I followed von Borchart's trail here. I didn't think it would lead me straight to the demon. It was careless of me. He toyed with me for a few days, until I caught on, until I saw him as he was. But he had no intention of letting me leave. We are all his pawns, Louis, and if we don't want to spend the rest of our lives turning round in circles here, we must absolutely get off this island. All right, can we move on?
Wait a minute, one last thing.
Alors.
I want to know what happened with Elizabeth Adams.
Louis, we haven't time for those details.
I'm sorry, Mother, but I want to know.
She was one of the receptacles for these monsters. I met her parents when she was born. One of the demons got inside her. The demon used her to spy on her father, John Adams. He is one of the founding fathers and vice president of the United States, you know.
Mortimer possessed her?
No, I don't think it was Mortimer. Her father, John Adams, hired me to tend to her, but the evil in her was too deep. In spite of the various treatments I tried on her, I never succeeded in getting it out of her. It's not something I'm proud of, Louis, but I had to try everything.
Mother, did you kill her?
Of course not. Don't be stupid. I had no interest in getting rid of her.
I want to know what happened between you and Emily's sister.
Great responsibility often brings difficult choices, Louis. That's all you need to know.
C'est pas plutôt de grandes
All
responsabilités?
right, but you're not getting away with it so lightly. Once we get back to Paris, be sure I won't be letting it go.
We'll see in Paris then.
What was going on with the cannons in Tuscany?
It was nothing.
Since when does the Order finance wars?
The cannons for that Bonaparte fellow? Listen, once in the lion's den, I did whatever I could to appear legitimate. So yes, I pretended to be interested in Mortimer's project about a young military man who was seeking funding for a foundry in Tuscany. Between you and me, if buying China would have enabled me to escape, I would have signed without hesitation.
Good.
Why?
I think that's about right. We shall speak about it once we get back to France.
Great actions for humanity have been decided by demons for centuries, Louis. They are playing with our destiny. We are their slaves. And it's time for it to stop. By the way, what was Mortimer's project at this conference?
He demands that the Spanish hand over Louisiana to France.
Oh, knowing him, it won't stop there. We should do our utmost to put a stop to Mortimer's plans. But for the time being, there are more pressing matters.
Are you gonna tell me why we're here?
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ce bordel encore?
There. That's why we are here.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que cette merde? What is this shit? Alors, j'ai pu être témoin de la résolution de la résolution de Napoléon. J'ai pu discuter avec Piagiani. J'aurais pu en apprendre plus sur un machin. J'ai réussi à passer par la chambre de Napoléon. J'ai protégé une des deux jumelles. Ok. Ouais, qu'est-ce que c'est que cette merde?
Reassure me, we aren't going to have to force that one, are we?
I don't think we're even capable. You're going to have to find a way to open it.
Why, of course. And what's inside?
Something to vanquish them with?
Perfect. So, how does it open?
We'll need several keys. I found a note from the architect who conceived the mechanism in Mortimer's secret study. We have to first gather 6 objects before we try anything.
Are your 6 objects the keys?
Exactly. We have the Clement III cross, the nails, the Gutenberg Bible, the exegesis of Judas, an armillary sphere, and all we need to match up the dates between the different calendars.
Oh, okay.
Why a cross?
Well, I haven't the foggiest idea, but it just so happens that's what you are going to use to activate the mechanism. I found the one Mortimer kept. It belonged to Cardinal Guibert, better known by the name of Pope Clement III.
Perfect. Where is it?
Unfortunately, I've lost it. When I lost my hand, I went dashing out, and it must have fallen from my pocket.
Remember, Mother. I'm certain you can remember.
Let me think.
You were running.
I was bleeding to death.
You remember the pain.
I thought I was going to faint. Yes, I remember. I don't think it can be far, can it?
Would you have lost it outside?
No, I don't think so. It must be in the area. I don't remember going up with it.
Perfect. I'll search the crypt before leaving.
Oh, les clous.
Some nails?
Don't ask me. I'm not the one who made the mechanism, you know. When I arrived, there were already a few of them inserted, so I didn't have to worry about those. On the other hand, I remember seeing some in Mortimer's secret study, behind his nightmare.
In a golden cup? Yes. Yes, I saw them too.
Perfect. It will be easy for you to find them then. You need 3 of them.
Very well.
You remember what to do about the rollers. 1191 to enter, and 6466 to exit.
Of course.
Alors attends, les clous, elle m'a redonné le code, je vais reprendre le code.
I'm not the one who made the mechanism, you know. When I arrived, there were
le
already a
code
few
pour
of
être
them
sûr de pas me
inserted,
gourer.
so I didn't have to worry about those. On the other hand, I remember seeing some in
Putain, ça
Mortimer's
c'est chiant
secret
qu'on puisse
study,
pas faire passer les
behind his
discours, mais
nightmare.
à mon avis c'est pour pas
In a
louper les
golden cup?
informations.
Yes. Yes, I saw them too.
Perfect. It will be easy for you to find them then. You need 3 of them.
Very well.
You remember what to do about the rollers. 1191 to enter, and 6466 to exit.
Of course.
Hop là, voilà, comme ça je suis sûr que j'ai le code.
Exegesis. Anything else?
Did you manage to vanquish the Medusa?
To open the chimney? Yes, absolutely.
So you've already come across it. It's the Bible of Judas that is exposed in the secret room behind the chimney.
Why do they call it an exegesis?
Because that's what it is, and not an apocryphal Bible, strictly speaking. It's the study of a text with a summary, not an actual Bible. Anyway, well done for the Gorgon. You did well. You didn't get tricked by the light bouncing back.
Thanks. Do you think I can take it safely?
We haven't got a choice, Louis. Without it, we won't be able to work out this cursed mechanism.
Hop là, autre. La Bible
There's
de
one in the
Gutenberg.
portrait gallery.
That's right.
You still believe it's in the tower room, don't you?
I don't know. There is only one way to find out, though.
Right. I shall go and see. There's one in the portrait gallery.
Yes, but it's enormous. if you don't want to have to go back and forth several times, then I suggest you get a smaller one.
What did you do then?
I didn't think I'd need one. I started without one, and I lost my hand before I did need one. And you can see the result.
What do you mean by the concordance of dates, exactly?
Don't worry about that. We already have them. They are written on the back of the message I just gave you.
Ok.
One last thing before you go. Be very careful. If you come across anyone, they can all potentially be spies of Mortimer or Holm. Don't ever confide in anyone because a demon can slip inside them at any moment.
Wait, not all of them though. Take Washington.
Especially Washington. He's been conditioned by Mortimer for years. Look at them, for crying out loud. How do you explain their behavior otherwise? The most influential politicians in the Western world gather together without the least protection, without a single aid to assist them, to participate in a conference during which the guests start dropping like flies. Me, Adams, Peru, Hillsborough. Look at the number of calamities that have happened over the past few days. And not one of them has asked to leave the island? Do you find that normal? You'll see. Go up to the manor to look for the keys, and I wager not one of them will speak to you about my being in Emily's room.
Do you think so?
Go on, you'll see. And come back with all the objects in one go. Time is against us. And remember, the code to get out of the secret office is 6646.
Alors. Bon bah on n'a pas trop le choix, on va mettre les livres qui nous restent. Hein. Alors. Eh bien ça va faire des choses à faire.
Let's see if I can work it out myself. It looks like a kind of control panel.
It looks like certain mechanisms I've seen before. I wouldn't be surprised if I had to put the Claymont the Third cross in it. There's a cross-shaped slot there. I'd say you've got to place a Claymont the Third cross in it.
You ought to go, Louis. If someone finds us here, the situation might well become seriously complicated.
Ouais, mais tu m'excuses, je vais déjà fouiller. De la gelée royale.
What on earth is that? A disc with information engraved in the metal? An iris that should open, I imagine, and blood.
Il y a du sang, donc je pense que maman a mis la main dedans et ça s'est mal passé. Élixir d'or, on s'en fout. Bon, la croix doit traîner quelque part.
Drachma. One of the rare ancient coins to be mentioned, both the famous cross of Claymont III.
Ah, voilà, on a trouvé la croix.
One key found.
Ça valait la peine de bien explorer.
A Greek drachma. One of the rare ancient coins to be mentioned, both in the Bible and in the Quran.
Putain, mais nous on veut de la gelée royale, bordel de cul. Clé à motif de l'air. Bon. On va remonter. Bon. Merde. Ce labyrinthe est un enfer. Alors il y avait le truc de la méduse, il va être par là-bas. Enfin avec la gorgone on va re-rentrer et on va aller là-bas. Putain, je peux pas retourner dans le bureau de Mortimer. Mais quelle merde ce jeu, quelle merde. Ouais, parce qu'évidemment, on va... La sphère armurière, c'est ça, on va pas transporter celle-là.
Right. It's definitely an armillary sphere, but I have to find one that I can take with me. Otherwise, I risk drawing too much attention to my comings and goings.
Tu m'étonnes.
Now, where can I find... Right. Let's see if the statues are in place yet. That statue is not positioned correctly.
Dans la salle secrète de la galerie des portraits, sur un marilière. Alors, les clous. Récupérés par Mortimer dans son bureau. Utilisés avec Emma dans la salle de la tour. Putain, je me souviens plus. Non, c'était vers la lanterne.
Devil's Thorn. I'll keep it.
Shield toward the sword. Well, that's good. The statue is already in the right place.
Déjà en place.
The lantern is already in the right position. Turned toward the shield. The sword toward the Gorgon. That's good. It's in the right place. That statue is not positioned correctly. The Gorgon always attacks the best protected.
Non, c'est pas ça, je vais y arriver. Je me souviens pas. Voilà.
Open sesame.
The Ring of the Nibelungs. Even if Mortimer is several centuries old, I don't see what part he has in this legend. Now, given all the relics preserved here, it wouldn't surprise me if Mortimer claimed it was Caesar's laurel wreath. If Mortimer really is what my mother says he is, it could mean... No, that's impossible. No, not Caesar.
Alors, qu'est-ce qu'on doit trouver, ça? Le machin de Judas. Est-ce que c'est ça? Voilà.
So that's the exegesis of Judas. I hope Mortimer doesn't read it very often, otherwise he's going to notice that someone's stolen it. But that's just too bad. I need it.
Ok. J'en profite pour vérifier qu'on n'avait rien oublié, genre dans la bibliothèque ici. Qu'il n'y ait pas de sphère... Si vous vous souvenez d'un endroit où il y avait une sphère, faudra me le dire.
So that's Pandora's box? An urn? Mother seemed worried that I was able to open it. I wonder why. So, right. I've got what I
Tu me
need.
diras, une boîte
Let's
de
not waste
Pandore
any
qui
more
est en
time.
fait une céramique, c'est pas déconnant. Bon. Ça, c'est fait. Alors. J'essaye de faire gaffe. Je suis quand même persuadée d'en avoir vu une de sphère, hein. Alors, on avait dit que Attendez, hop. Donc la croix, c'est bon. L'autre dans le bureau, ok. On l'a trouvé dans la salle des galeries. Utiliser Emma dans la salle de la tour. C'est où la salle de la tour? Salle des colloques. Bureau de Mortimer. Entrée de la crypte. Ah, ça c'est la crypte où il y a maman. Ça c'est les quais. Les jardins. Ok. Est-ce que c'est ça la chambre de la tour? Couloir du premier étage. Croix de Malte. Mais non, moi j'ai besoin de gelée royale. Ah, il y a quelque chose là.
A fragment of amber.
Fragment d'ambre, cool. Alors avant de monter, on va fouiller un peu par là. Vérifier qu'on n'ait pas de sphère. Ça nous ramène dans le jardin. On va pas aller dans les étages pour l'instant. On va essayer d'être méthodique. Ah, la salle du conseil. Est-ce qu'on va pas trouver quelque chose? Cherchons. On fait les alcôves une par une. Après, on prendra un plan plus général. Putain, mais vous faites chier, vous, Croix de Malte.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of water.
Voilà, j'ai trouvé de la gelée royale, je suis contente. De l'eau de mélisse, on s'en tamponne, j'en ai plein. Un fragment d'ambre, ça c'est cool. Oh, il y a un truc là. Putain, mais je suis tellement full. Bon. J'ai pas l'impression qu'on ait trouvé notre bonheur. Merde, c'est par où je suis arrivée. On va prendre l'autre porte. Mais quel bordel, quel bordel!
I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
Ah oui, je suis dans le petit salon là. Ah. Regardez qui se fait dorer la pilule.
Not too shocked
I beg your pardon?
about Peru this morning. I asked you if you weren't too shocked by it all.
Non.
I did what I could. He made his choice. Tragic, but there it is.
He made his choice, yes, but it puts us in a very sensitive situation. How are we going to win the conference with just the three of us?
Tell me. I was wondering. You wouldn't know where to find an armillary sphere, would you?
Do you really think this is the right time? Oh, ask Volner. I am sure he will know. What with him being passionate about astronomy, you ought to get on fine together. Leave me now. I need to think of a solution.
I won't keep you any longer. See you later, monsieur.
Non mais mets-toi dans la tête dans le feu, dans la cheminée, tu sais Napoléon, ça réglera tes problèmes, hein, et les nôtres à l'occasion, hein. Et ça nous débarrassera de ton accent en français absolument épouvantable. Tiens, le domestique, tu sais pas où je peux trouver une sphère à Marilière par hasard.
Service, day and night, sir.
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
My good fellow, would you have any amber available?
I would, but unfortunately I don't think I am authorized to give it out, sir. I believe it is a precious stone.
What's that book you're hiding in your jacket?
The Sorrows of Young Werther by Goethe, sir, and I am not hiding it.
Hand it to me, please.
It is damaged, sir. I would never dare lend sir a book in such a pitiful state, sir.
Mais c'est pas grave, je m'en fous qu'il soit abîmé. Hop là. Alors, monsieur l'Espagnol.
Ah, Doriche, congratulations for your efforts with Washington. I see that Sir Gregory did well to trust you. What can I do for you?
I'm dreaming. My mother was right. He's not going to tell me one word about what happened to Emily.
To tell you the truth, I'm in search of an armillary sphere. You wouldn't know where I can find it, would you?
Well, well. So you do have a passion for astronomy. Von Wollner has already bored me quite enough with all of his endless stories. You ought to concentrate, Louis. Politics is an art that requires all one's attention. Refrain from spreading yourself too thin, and leave stargazing to the poets.
What can I say? I'm only...
Ask Wollner. I am sure he must have it among his effects.
Perfect.
Thank you, my Lord Duke.
Leave me now.
See you later.
Bon, va falloir trouver l'autre vieux. Donc il va falloir monter... Alors, attendez, les notes. Donc, la croix, c'est bon. Les clous, il va falloir monter dans le bureau. Donc on va monter à l'étage. La sphère, on va trouver chez l'autre mec. Et l'exégèse de Judas, on l'a. Et... qu'est-ce qu'ils appellent la salle de la tour.
A letter from William Pitt the Younger, addressed to Emily.
Bon.
He's the present Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Emily has indeed some powerful backers. Madam.
Bon, allez, on ressort. Il n'y a rien ici. Faut que j'essaie de trouver mon tartempion, là. Mais je sais pas où est sa chambre. Là, c'était celle de Perru. Je peux peut-être rentrer maintenant dans celle de Perru. Hein, hein.
Dear Monsieur, I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later. Great, honey.
Ouais. Super.
Dear friend, Please come and join.
Bon. Bon, en tout cas, ça a pas l'air d'être notre mère qui a buté Amy Adams, donc on reste toujours sur son hypothèse que ça soit ce sale con, mais... J'imagine quand même très mal un mec comme Perru suicider, franchement... Bon bah pendant qu'on est là, on va aller au bureau. Parce que vraiment, Perru, un mec qui se suicide parce qu'il est complètement acculé par des, par des forces en ombre ou je sais pas quoi, ouais, ça me paraît très pertinent vu le luron. Mais là, en pleine réunion, péter un câble et se tirer une balle dans la tête, honnêtement, ça me paraît bizarre. Est-ce que c'est pas ça la Bible? Non. Bon, on va aller dans le bureau. Ah oui, c'est vrai, il y a le ménat. Coco, il est beau l'astico.
Right. This time, it'll be a lot quicker. If I remember rightly, the code was 1191.
Allez, passe le truc, putain! Et comment le mec il va pas se rendre compte qu'on est rentré dans son bureau quoi?
There. Those are the nails I was looking for. I noticed they were old and rusty, but I hadn't noticed these traces of... Could that be blood? Is it really the relic of the Holy Cross? I can hardly believe it.
Alors... C'est vrai qu'il y avait tout un tas de bordel ici.
Looks like obsidian or onyx. It must weigh a ton. What on earth could that be? Feathers, pigeons probably.
C'est vrai qu'il y a du bordel pas possible ici. Ah, il y a une boîte
chest
ici.
with the motif representing the alchemical symbol of fire.
J'ai trouvé des trucs. Alors j'aime bien, ils disent les pièces de collection, mais on les voit où les pièces de collection? Vous êtes rigolo vous? Il y a des trucs que j'ai l'impression de pas avoir fait. Alors. C'est pas ça. Alors. On a dit, la croix c'est bon, les clous c'est beau, la Bible. Utilisée avec Emma dans la salle de la tour. C'est laquelle la salle de la tour? Salle secrète dans la salle secrète des portraits. On a trouvé la sphère, il faut que j'aille voir Tartampion.
It's locked.
Bon, on va ressortir, hein.
All right,
Sortir.
come on. Let's get out of here. 6466, if I remember correctly.
Voilà. Alors, par contre, il faut qu'on trouve cette fameuse salle de la tour. Est-ce que c'est ça, chambre de la tour? Ah, la chambre de Vogler va être à... Volner va être juste à côté, donc... On va peut-être voir pour récupérer la sphère. Putain. Est-ce que ça va être là?
Ah, Louis.
Oh.
Glad you're here.
Blasted.
Washington.
He's gonna talk about my mother.
Come and see what I've found. There are pieces of paper in the ashes of the chimney. Someone's been burning something here.
Incredible. He doesn't seem to want to speak to me about what happened between my mother and the Hillsborough sisters.
Show me a little.
Look, it's possible to distinguish two different writing styles.
On fait tout noir.
The rest of the correspondence between my mother and Emma.
Someone tried to burn an exchange of messages. I'm certain. There must be more.
Shit. What on earth is he doing?
Je vais essayer, mais à mon avis, ça sent mauvais.
If you want my opinion, a servant must have burnt some old papers. That's all.
Putain, j'en étais sûr.
You very nearly made me think that you were trying to hide something, Louis. No, I'm sure there must be other hidden messages.
He won't let go. He's going to work his
Il
way
fait tout
back
noir,
to
je
the
trouve
Bible
ça
if he
louche.
continues.
Oui, c'était pas ça la Bible.
The Bible's still there. A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
Ah, mais j'ai trouvé la clé de ça. Élixir d'or, ouais. Mais putain, mais j'en ai marre d'avoir de l'élixir d'or, moi. C'est pas ça que je veux. Moi, c'est de la gelée royale. Je suis complètement HS.
Hey, look, there.
No, I don't see anything.
Come, Louis, look. Someone's clearly drawn a 4 in the dust. I have a clue.
He's going to be disappointed when he sees the Bible's disappeared.
Bon, j'ai la Bible. Maintenant, il me reste la sphère. Donc, on va aller voir le Tartampion à côté s'il est là. Et on va voir comment ça se passe. Ah.
An armillary sphere. Perfect. That will save me some. I only hope that he isn't going to realize it right away.
J'ai pas souvenir d'avoir fouillé sa chambre à celui-là. On va faire un petit coup d'œil rapidos pendant qu'on y est. Si je trouve rien, c'est que j'ai déjà dû fouiller. Ce tableau là, ouais. Allez, on se casse. On retourne. On a tout ce qu'il faut. On va tâcher de retourner voir notre maman. J'ai trouvé ça un peu trop facile quand même. Je trouve ça super douteux. Ouais, c'est un peu douteux. C'est trop facile. Et hop, on va retourner voir notre mère. Putain, j'aurais quand même bien pu... J'aurais bien voulu découvrir le secret du Pérou, quoi, parce que ça me... Ah! Ça m'énerve. Et non, je me suis encore trompée de chemin. Le rouge... Ah! Le rouge à lèvres, c'est fini. Maintenant, c'est le gloss. T'es un peu raide du cul, quand même, mon garçon, hein? Hop, on va aller voir maman. Il n'y a rien par là s'il y a un truc.
So, good. You've managed to gather all the keys.
Oui.
Yes, that's right. I have everything. What should I start with?
Place the Clement III cross on the console. Then you have to put the nails on the disc of the door.
What hole should I put the nails in?
Well, I can't really advise you there, because I haven't exactly made the best choices myself. All I can say is that you have to insert 1 to choose a town, 1 to choose a chapter, and 1 to choose a verse. Those are Roman numerals on the disc.
What theme did you start with?
As the fresco shows the birth of Christ, I placed 1 nail in Bethlehem, 1 in chapter 2, and 1 in verse 6. The iris opened a little. I thought it was normal. Behind the aperture of the iris, there is a duct in which I put my hand. I felt something like a valve at the bottom. I thought by turning it the door would open, or the iris would open completely, or something else would happen. Instead, I felt something like an axe cut off my hand. I really thought it was the end of me.
What did you do then?
Well, although I had made some unfortunate choices, I was lucky in that Mortimer was well stocked with drugs. I raided his supplies of medicine.
All right, my turn now.
Go ahead, impress me. I'll shut up and let you concentrate.
Alors.
This exegesis contains comments from Judas on the different Gospels. It only contains certain chapters and verses, and the chapters are indicated by Roman numerals. The lexicon refers to different chapters and verses from the exegesis of Judas.
Bon, attendez. On va un peu regarder tout ce qu'on a sous la main. Qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire avec?
The cycle of the moons has nothing to do with what I'm doing right now.
Ok. Alors.
The fresco clearly shows the birth of Christ.
Louis, I can assure you that that is not the solution to this enigma. This
Ouais.
fresco's only purpose is to mislead. I know that now. Please, focus on another theme about Christ.
We'll have to trust her.
Oh, mais ça, c'est sûr que...
You could see that the paint has come off in parts. Difficult to see what was there, but I can distinguish the letters N-R-I. Nothing more.
N-I-R. Ah putain, c'est Inir, je sais jamais. C'est Jésus, nouveau roi des Juifs ou une... Ah! J'ai pas envie d'analyser, mais pour le moment.
Yes, it's definitely a representation of the birth of Christ, but some of the details have flaked away. I can't see any other clues. One thing is for sure, this enigma deals with the life of Jesus, like my mother said. It looks like there are 3 types of inscriptions. Clearly, we have names of towns, Arabian numerals, and Roman numerals. These towns have one thing in common. They're all related to the life and death of Jesus. For example, Jordan is the place of the baptism of Christ. There are 3 styles of writing, and I've got 3 nails. There must be a link. I must surely put in 1 nail per category.
Alors...
Cross is stuck in the mechanism. I can't do anything.
Alors... Thématique, baptême,
Chapter
crucifixion.
19, verse 17. Jesus was crucified on the 8th of Nisan, 3793, in a place near Jerusalem. The Romans put a crown of thorns on his head. Chapter 19, verse 17. And he, bearing his cross, went forth into a place called the place of a skull,
Golgotha.
which is called in the Hebrew Golgotha, where they crucified him, and 2 others with him, on either side, and Jesus in the midst.
N-I-R. J'entends arriver. Golgotha. Je crois qu'on avait dit... Ah putain, je sais plus qu'est-ce qu'il a dit.
Chapter 19,
Verset
verse
17.
17. Jesus was crucified on the 8th of Nisan, 3793, in a place near Jerusalem. The Romans put a crown of thorns on his head.
26 mars 33, 3 Nissan. Ça pourrait correspondre, Jésus qui est... oui, t'as un bug là. On va essayer, hein. Et on a dit verset 17. Yeah! Yes, 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 yes. 49.3.
It works.
Well done, Louis. I
Putain.
haven't seen those other wheels.
Ah!
Try connecting the thing to see if it
Pardon.
goes all the way.
There must surely be a connection between the wheels. There are different icons on this wheel, but it looks like some of them can't be connected to the other wheels. Now, given the difference between the number of icons and the number of towns, I think that only one path connects all the wheels with one another. Let's try to connect the theme I've chosen with the rest.
Attendez. Menu principal. Analyser.
Mother, what do
Je
you
pense que
As I
tous.
told you, I didn't get that far.
Regardez, on a la
Nevertheless,
naissance,
these
la couronne
icons
d'épique,
do
la
represent
résurrection, le
moments in the
triskel,
life
j'en
of
sais
Christ.
rien. Le baptême, l'autre ça doit être la scène. Il doit tout y avoir un ensemble de liens. La lune, on a la sphère, elle est où?
During new moon, the moon is entirely in the shadow.
Il y a les phases de la
Then,
lune sur les trucs.
The shadow moves from west to east, meaning left to right, and goes through the following states: waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, last quarter, waning crescent, and the cycle starts over with the full shadowed new moon. The moon shadow moves from west to east.
On avait dit que c'était quoi la date que je voulais voir? 7 Chaban.
7th of Shaban, 607, first quarter.
Ah putain, ok, je crois que je suis en train de comprendre. Ouais, par contre j'espère qu'il faut pas tout faire d'un seul coup parce que sinon on est dans la merde. De toute façon ça, les clous c'est fait. Mettre sa main. J'ai pas trouvé comment faire tourner les...
I can feel the lever at the bottom.
Good luck.
Retirer son bras. Mais je voudrais bouger les roues en fait.
This wheel represents the different moons. In the occult sciences, we represent the full moon by an X. As for the dark moon, called the new moon, in cults, it's often associated with something harmful. This wheel contains several symbols made up of 1 or 2 figures and 1 letter. The highest figure does not exceed 31, and each letter corresponds to a month of the year. A for April, and M for March. I think these symbols must represent a specific date.
Ouais. Par contre, j'avoue que l'assemblage commence à me... 7 Chaban, machin, premier quartier, ouais. Mais tu vois, je peux rien faire tourner, attends. Attends, y a pas quelque chose qui est apparu là? Oui, regarde, il y a un levier. Voilà, je pense... Ok. Attends, on a dit que le machin... Ah là là, il faut que je réfléchisse. Je pense qu'il faut aligner des choses ensemble. Alors, on est bien d'accord que parmi les dates sont un peu cheloues parce qu'il n'y en a aucune qui pourrait correspondre à la naissance de Jésus, par exemple. Donc le 1er avril 33, à mon avis, c'est la résurrection. Clairement. Les icônes. En fait, est-ce que c'est toujours la même date de la crucifixion qui compte? C'est ça que je ne sais pas. Parce que clairement, les dessins... Attendez, roue des icônes. Donc j'ai mis la crucifixion en face du Golgotha. Donc la résurrection est juste après. Donc ça pourrait être pertinent. On avait dit que la lune, t'avais dit premier quartier. Premier quartier. Putain, mais du coup, le premier quartier, c'est laquelle? Nord. Attendez, on va remettre le nord. On a dit que la lune, elle allait d'ouest en est. Donc, elle va de gauche à droite. Donc le premier quartier, en théorie, si je me gourre pas, c'est celui-là. Merde. Faut pas me demander, tout ce que je sais, c'est que normalement il est né à Noël, mais en mars, jusque la récup du calendrier. Ouais, je sais. Merde, du coup, la lune, c'est le premier quartier, c'est première moitié ou c'est juste... Putain, je sais plus. Et les dates, je vois pas bien les dates. « 26 mars. » Je vois pas bien les dates. « 26 mars, si, il est là. » Là, t'es sur la pleine lune. En fait, moi, regarde, j'ai aligné, en fait, en fonction de... analyser l'ensemble de la porte. Tu vois, t'as le Golgotha, j'ai aligné avec la couronne d'épines, j'ai aligné la date, et après... Y a pas un moyen de voir cette espèce de merde mieux? Non, c'est...
Let's see what combination corresponds to the
Il y a toujours le
chosen
texte qui te
theme.
gêne, c'est la merde. Voilà, regarde, Golgotha, j'ai mis la couronne d'épines parce que ça paraissait évident que Golgotha, la couronne d'épines... Coucou Sally! T'arrives au mauvais moment, faut réfléchir d'un max. Donc le problème c'est comment tu cales ça quoi. Ça s'est bien passé l'escalade? Putain mais j'ai l'impression que chaque fois que je reviens... Non mais on va pas regarder la soluce.
7th of Shaban, 607, first quarter.
Ok, premier quartier, ça on avait vu.
The moon shadow moves from west to east. During new moon, the moon is entirely in the shadow. Then, the shadow moves from west to east, meaning left to right, and goes through the following states. Waxing crescents, first quarter, waxing gibbous.
Voilà, je pense que je suis bon.
Full moon, waning gibbous, last quarter, waning crescent, and the cycle starts over with the full shadowed new moon.
Alors, si on reste sur le principe que c'est la crucifixion, l'alignement... Enfin, j'ai les dates, j'ai les éléments, mais ce que je ne sais pas, c'est comment on aligne les éléments. Ça, je ne sais pas. Ah putain.
I can feel the lever at the bottom.
Good luck.
Merci maman. Et qu'est-ce que je fais? Et voilà, on a aligné le Golgotha avec la couronne d'épines, la date du 26 mars et... Ah putain non, je suis sur le premier, je suis pas sur le bon truc. Retire ton bras. Retire ton bras. Voilà. C'est mieux là. Bon, qu'est-ce qu'on fait? On tire pas ce levier. Oh putain, si je me suis gouré, ça va être la misère les gens. Oh putain, j'ai peur les gens.
I can feel the lever at the bottom.
Good luck.
Merci maman. Oh putain, mon dieu. Oh mon dieu. Bon, advienne que pourra. Perdu. Oh putain. Oh merde. Oh non. Oh. J'ai tranché le bras par le mécanisme de la grippe. Oh putain les gens. Oh putain. Mais non. Oh putain mais non. Salut Tony. Oh tu viens de louper le drame. Oh putain. Oh putain. Je peux pas. Oh putain puis non. Oh putain puis non. Oh putain. Mais non. Mais non. Oh putain. Qu'est-ce qu'on fait? On commence l'épisode 4 ou pas? Qu'est-ce qu'on fait? Tout ça pour ça putain. Ah mais non. Putain ce jeu me rend fou. Ce jeu me rend fou. Bah non c'est sauvegarde automatique, je suis BZF. Oh putain. Bon, qu'est-ce qu'on fait? On attaque la suite? Qu'est-ce qu'on fait? On s'arrête là? On peut refaire? On peut refaire!
Reassure me, we aren't going to have to force that one, are we?
I don't. You're going.
Ah putain, faut que tout je refasse!
One victim with and you do go and remember.
Ah putain. Ah putain, j'y crois pas.
Famous cross of Claymore. Perfect.
Ah putain, quel enfer. Allez, on recommence.
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
Ah mais quel enfer les gens, quel enfer. Bon après je sais où retrouver les trucs, donc on va aller vite. Ah mais quelle loose, quelle loose. Bon, clairement va falloir qu'on réfléchisse autrement, parce que là on a juste merdé. Ah putain quel bordel. Oh putain, mais quelle loose. Quelle merde. Quelle merde. Bon, on va déjà commencer par aller récupérer la merde ici.
That statue is not positioned correctly.
On avait dit que c'était vers l'écu, ouais, voilà. Les gens, on va falloir réfléchir. Hop là, allez. Après, ça aurait été drôle de voir ce qui se passe si on continuait le jeu avec un bras coupé.
So that's the exegesis of Judas.
Réfléchis quoi? Ouais, c'est ça.
Read it very often. Otherwise, he's going to notice that someone's stolen it.
Et mais n'empêche que pour l'instant, on avait trouvé le début de l'énigme. Le vrai problème en fait de cette deuxième partie, c'est de savoir l'alignement en fait à partir de quoi tu le fais. Pour moi, la difficulté, elle est plus là en fait. Alors c'est pas celle-là de sphère. Parce qu'on avait ouvert des coffres aussi, on avait trouvé des trucs, je sais plus où. Je pense que je suis pas partie du bon côté en fait. Mais c'est pas grave. Le mec et sa petite bibliothèque, hein. Elle a bien le trait de démon, mais le démon il a la bibliothèque en attendant, hein. Il y avait pas un coffre par là?
The lock is surrounded by a triple circle.
Est-ce que je peux forcer la boîte? Oui. On s'emmerde pas.
I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
Bah t'inquiète pas, tu peux en prendre un peu de la gelée royale, hein.
All right. I've retrieved everything.
Voilà, parfait. Alors là, je suis pas sûre que les conditions de sécurité soient optimales. On fait du bruit. Non, je peux pas attraper le papillon. On a dit qu'il fallait quoi? Les clous, la sphère, la Bible. Ouais, je me souviens où il faut aller les chercher. Allez hop. On n'avait pas trouvé un truc chez le Jacques Perru? Je me souviens pas. Ah là là. Putain, ce jeu a aucune pitié pour toi, hein? Aucune.
Dear Miss, I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
Non, c'était ça, on s'en fout. Et allez hop, on va aller chercher les clous parce que c'est le plus chiant. Ah mais c'est enfer ce jeu. J'adore. J'adore. J'étais toute contente, toute réjouie d'avoir réussi à ouvrir l'iris et puis bam! Adieu ta main. Mais c'est dans le Sherlock, The Devil's Daughter, t'as une énigme, c'est un peu le même genre. Tu mets la main, puis si tu foires, ben tu meurs. Cocolestico. Ah oui, le bureau, c'est vrai, on l'ouvre ici. Voilà.
Right. This time, it'll be a lot quicker. If I remember rightly, the code was 1191.
Non, mais pourquoi t'as pas changé de truc? Allez. Putain, Louis, t'es con. En même temps, avec un nom pareil.
Of course.
Allez, on passe parce que ça, on a déjà tout fait. Ouais, on avait déjà visité comme un connard. Les putains de clous, ils sont là.
Tarot cards.
Non. Hey, je peux interpréter le tarot.
A symbol of power and stability. Temperance, which expresses a reward.
Je pouvais pas le faire ça la dernière
That
fois.
evokes triumph. If this hand is anything to go by, Mortimer's destiny promises to be glorious.
Bon, par contre, on va récupérer les clous.
Those...
Prendre les clous. On va pas s'attarder, on sait à quoi ils servent. On sait toujours pas à quoi sert ce cube de merde.
What on earth could...
On s'était pas emmerdé, il y avait un coffre là-bas qu'on avait ouvert.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of fire.
Allez. Clé au motif de l'eau. Hop là, pièce de collection. Non. Allez, on se recasse.
All right, come on. Let's get out of here. 6466, if I remember correctly.
Énigme qu'on avait résolu grâce à Tony la dernière fois. Hein? Bon, allez, on va chercher cette Bible. On a Washington qui va nous emmerder. Là, Tony est sur le off. A pas cerveau ce soir?
Ah, Louis. Glad comments. There are...
Show me
some of them.
If you want my opinion.
Why, of course you know.
He won't.
Voilà. Washington, il est bon contre les manipulations, sans blague.
The Bible.
Allez, on se casse. Là, il y a un petit coffre.
A chest with the occult symbol
J'ai la clé.
representing air.
C'est bien quand on a les clés. Allez, et la sphère, elle est chez le pimpin juste à côté. Bon, maintenant, il va falloir... Putain, mais comment on va faire pour ouvrir cette autre putain de porte, là? Recoucou, Rachel! Ah bah Rachel, c'est bien, on vient de recommencer ce bout d'épisode parce qu'on s'est fait... On s'est fait hacher la gueule, ouais. Allez.
An armillary sphere. Perfect. That will save me some time. I only hope that he isn't going to realize it right away.
Et donc je pense qu'on va avoir besoin de l'aide de tout le monde pour réfléchir parce que là j'ai l'impression que beaucoup de personnes sont en PLS du cerveau. Ah pourtant Sushi n'est pas dans le jeu pour vous attaquer. Non mais t'inquiète pas, y a ce qu'il faut. Hein, tu sais si notre mère elle a perdu la main, c'est pas pour rien. Hein. Ça s'est bien passé chez Catherine? Tu as écrit un petit peu? Allez. Oui, presque 1900 mots, ouais. Cool. Cool. À nous, tu vas voir, on va être dans une énigme de merde. On a passé le premier palier avec moult réussite. J'étais très fière de moi. Mais alors, putain, la suite. Le but est de passer les 100 000 signes cette semaine. Ouais, les 100 000 mots cette semaine. Je pense passer demain soir. Cool. Pour l'instant, ton projet, il est plus gros que le... Enfin, plus gros que le mien. Si on prend la partie 2 seulement... J'en ai rien à foutre de ton nom de Mélisse, moi. Allez.
Yeah.
Allez, on s'en fout.
All right.
Je peux commencer.
My turn.
Allez,
Go
hop.
ahead.
Hop là, on commence à permettre cette merde. Après, on va mettre ces cons de clous. Insérer les clous. Donc, on avait dit Golgotha 19, 17. Voilà. J'ai passé les 250 pages Word ce soir. Je suis encore loin
Well
d'avoir
done,
fini.
Louis.
Petit
I
pavé en
haven't
vue.
seen those other
Non.
wheels. Try connecting the theme to see if it goes all the way.
Alors, est-ce que du coup, là, ça serait la naissance qui aurait un lien? Par contre, si on regarde dans les dates, on n'a aucune date qui pourrait correspondre à la naissance de Jésus, puisqu'on a toujours que des plus. C'est un petit peu relou. Donc, du message correspondance des dates. Alors le 26 mars 33, c'est la crucifixion. On partait que c'était ce principe-là. Alors si on a trouvé que c'était la crucifixion, c'est parce que regardez dans le petit coin, il y a marqué N-R-I. Donc c'était les trucs de la crucifixion. Et maintenant, le but, ça va être d'aligner 3 putains de roues de merde. Alors, nous, tout à l'heure, ce qu'on avait fait, c'est qu'on avait aligné, vous voyez, il y a des symboles, il y a une couronne d'épines et la résurrection qui va juste après. on avait aligné tout ce qui correspondait à la résurrection. Bon, on y a laissé une main, donc c'est pas ça. Donc, en fait, on sait pas. C'est là qu'on est un petit peu emmerdé. Vous voyez la roue des icônes? Moi, je l'avais placée comme ça, donc... La crucifixion, c'est au niveau, c'est tout en bas à gauche, là, à Golgotha. J'ai mis la couronne. Grâce aux informations, on savait que c'était le 22 mars. Il est où? « 26... » On l'avait bien le 22 mars. Le problème, c'est qu'il y a notre mère qui a... Voilà. 26 mars, c'était ça. Donc, on l'avait aligné. Et après... Grâce aux infos, on pouvait avoir la phase de la lune. Et du coup, la phase de la lune, c'était le premier quart. Non! Oh putain, fait chier. Et sauf que l'alignement qu'on a fait, ça n'a pas marché. On y a laissé un bras, donc... Moi, ce que je ne sais pas, c'est si c'est toujours sur la thématique de la crucifixion qu'il faut y aller, ou alors est-ce que ça serait la naissance pour le coup.
What theme did you start with?
As the fresco shows the birth of Christ, I placed one nail in Bethlehem, one in chapter 2.
Ouais, ça,
I thought inside. Well, I
Donc là, je suis un peu BZF. Parce que du coup... Ou alors je me suis gouré dans la phase de la lune. Ce qui est pas impossible. Mais du coup, comment faire? Parce que pareil, les dates, à quoi elles peuvent correspondre? Donc 33, doit y avoir la crucifixion. 26 mars 33, je pense que c'est la crucifixion. 1er avril, c'est pas une blague, mais je pense que c'est la résurrection pour le coup. 8 avril, 29 et 6 mai, je ne sais pas. Il y a peut-être le baptême dans le Jourdain. Ok Sally, bonne nuit, bon courage pour demain. Il y a peut-être le baptême dans le Jourdain parce que Jésus s'est fait baptiser vachement tard en fait. Hein. Il était déjà largement adulte. Et après 78 et 84, je vois pas à quoi ça peut correspondre en fait. Ah putain, cet enfer les gens. Est-ce que j'aurais merdé dans les alignements en fait? Il est où le 26 mars? On va remettre le 26 mars. Voilà. La phase de la lune. Premier cadran, c'est ça? Donc voilà, nous c'est ça qu'on avait fait tout à l'heure et ça a merdé. Est-ce qu'il n'y a pas une âme charitable qui irait vérifier sur internet? Qui irait vérifier sur... Attention, je dis allez vérifier. Et comme ça, si c'est pas ça, on pourrait chercher... Tu veux savoir quoi? Bah, en fait, je voudrais savoir si la solution que j'ai choisie, c'est-à-dire d'aligner Golgotha, la couronne d'épines, la date 26M et le croissant de lune, là, sont correctes. Et si c'est pas ça, enfin... Comment faudrait s'orienter? Parce qu'en fait, c'est ça le problème que j'ai avec ces trous. C'est ok, il faut orienter probablement les choses ensemble. C'est pas le bon alignement pour la lune, sinon c'est bon. Ah putain. Parce qu'en fait, la partie avec le sang, je pense que c'est la pleine lune. Mais on commence avec la nouvelle lune quand elle est noire. attendez. Viens là, toi.
Seventh of Shaban, 607.
Premier
First
quartier. Ok.
During new moon, the moon is entirely in the shadow. Then, the shadow moves from west to east, meaning left to right, and goes through the following states. Waxing crescents, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous.
Je comprends pas, c'est pas le bon alignement pour la lune, mais sinon c'est bon. Attendez. Non merde, c'est pas là qu'il fallait que j'aille. Putain. Oui, donc le premier quartier, là, en théorie, c'est celui qui est aligné à 3 heures, en fait, si on prend, une horloge. Le premier quartier, normalement, c'est celui de 3 heures. Mais c'est ce que j'ai mis tout à l'heure et ça n'a pas fonctionné, donc c'est ça que je comprends pas. La pleine lune, elle est totalement au sud. C'est là où il y a le sang de maman. Donc je comprends pas si j'ai pas aligné. D'ailleurs, je vais reprendre de la gelée royale parce que si je dois réagir. Non, pour moi, 3 heures, c'est le dernier quartier. Bah non, puisque la lune va de gauche à droite. Si tu penses que le nord, c'est la lune effacée. Mini Clio, elle a trouvé la réponse, donc elle sait. Parce qu'on compte les quartiers. Je dirai rien. Crèche le morceau. Je suis perdue avec ce visuel de la lune. C'est plus facile quand on la voit dans le ciel. Bah, le problème, c'est que dans le ciel, t'as beaucoup plus d'étapes, en fait. Donc tu vois, la partie à midi, c'est la lune noire. C'est le début du cycle qui recommence. Donc si tu prends le premier quart, ça doit être ce qu'il y a à 3 heures. À 6 heures, tu as la pleine lune. Et à 9 heures... Bah, je te dis... Ouais, parce que là, du coup... Là, je frie. Mon cerveau frie. Ouais, il y a quelque chose qui m'échappe. Non, c'est mon raisonnement qui déconne, hein. Aligne la tache de sang. Comme ça. Aligne la tache de sang du cercle de la lune. Bon. On va y remettre le bras. J'ai peur.
I can feel the lever at the bottom.
Good luck. I never doubted you, my son.
J'étais juste pas sur le bon quartier. Putain, je suis deg. Putain, on a tout foiré parce que j'étais juste pas sur ce putain de bon quartier. Merci Mini Clio. J'aurais pu faire le bilan du colloque avec Manuel Godot. Bah ouais, on n'a pas fait. Putain. Allez, moi je vais être bon en logique. Putain! Spécialiste. Et cette fois, on a fini. Et cette fois, je pense qu'on va s'arrêter. Comme ça, la semaine prochaine, on fera l'épisode 4. Putain. Ah, y a rien de pire qui m'énerve dans ce genre d'énigme quand tu te cours à un quartier près. Putain, mais on n'était pas loin quand même, hein. On n'était pas loin. Ouais, ouais. Putain. Bon. Bon, on va s'arrêter là, hein. On va s'arrêter là. On aura quand même bien avancé, on a bien réussi. Enfin, on a bien réussi. Non, on a un peu perdu la main, mais quand même, c'était pas... je pense qu'on va s'arrêter là. C'est pas la peine de s'engager sur l'épisode 4 parce que on n'aura pas le temps de finir ce soir et... Oui, c'est le cas de dire, on a perdu la main. Comme maman. Peut-être c'était nul. Parce que ouais, je pense que l'épisode 4, on n'aura pas le temps de le faire ce soir. Hein. C'est déjà 10h15. J'ai pas envie de me coucher à un point d'heure non plus. Donc bon. Si je dois dire un peu après le marathon de ce week-end. Ouais, il y a ça. Il y a le fait que samedi matin, je vais être obligée de me lever pour faire le camp nano. Pour lancer le camp nano. Et voilà. Donc je pense que là, je vais arrêter, aller me mettre dans mon lit et lecturiser un petit peu. Voilà. Bon. Les gens... J'espère que cet épisode vous a plu. Franchement, moi, ce jeu, il me fait kiffer. Je pense que je le referai en off, moi-même, personnellement, pour tenter d'autres possibilités, hein, d'autres choix. Genre, si on joue les salauds et qu'on laisse Jacques Pérou casser la gueule à la petite Adams au début. Bref. Enfin, voilà. Donc, du coup, les gens, mes petits blaireautins, je vais vous souhaiter une bonne nuit. Un bon courage pour la semaine à venir. Et je vous donne rendez-vous mercredi après-midi pour continuer de jouer à Gridfall. Voilà. Allez les gens, bisous. Bonne fin de soirée, à plus.